anyway, if you recall. He was supposed to be the field umpire tonight, whereas the field umpire from last night was set to be the home plate ump. But they swapped last minute, and that was the reason for our delay. And, I'm not really too sure how this is going to go, because if you remember last night, our home plate umpire, who is set to be out there again tonight, he was involved in quite a bit of controversy. He ejected Carson Trumpold from the game, the Trappers catcher, in the 5th inning of that contest. There was some very, very unhappy members of each side of the game yesterday. And Eric Limberg, the Trappers outfielder, got himself ejected after the game was over for coming up and screaming in the face of that home plate umpire. And he will be behind the plate again tonight. So, obviously right off the bat, that is one quick thing that you can go ahead and star for could be a potential impact on this game. We'll have to see how it plays out. Reed Butts is ready to go, and I have John Hunt coming in here quickly to chat. John, welcome to the broadcast in the 1st inning.
Yeah, I wanted to start the broadcast with some good news about my compatriot in radio here, a newbie in the business. You, Ryan Breeden, because we got the announcement today that you have been announced as the Expedition League Announcer of the Year. So, Broadcaster of the Year, Congratulations, my friend.
That's pretty cool.
I'll let you get to the game. I just wanted to start the game off with something positive, my friend.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. It's an honor. I'm very glad for that. We'll see you in the 2nd inning, bottom of the 2nd. Let's hope so. Preston Lau will lead things off here in the first pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. So we are underway here from Hyde Stadium. The Trappers are the away team in this one, so that is why they are batting first. The Sabre Dogs will be the home team here. Source Valley needs just one more win to secure their 2nd consecutive Expedition League title. The 0-1 pitch. That one runs and nearly takes his kneecaps off. So that is ball 1. Preston Lau, this is his first appearance in this championship series. Came into this one batting .208 on the season, and that one nearly does hit him as well. Brushes him off inside, so the count 2-1. And for those on the YouTube Live who are just now tuning in, it's a hot one here in Hyde Stadium here in Pierre, South Dakota. It's about 106 degrees out there on the field. The 2-1 pitch, and that one is roped to the left side on the ground. Foul. So the count now even at 2-2 to the Trappers' leadoff man, Preston Lau. Lau is one of 4 actually, new starters for the Trappers in this championship series. Cy Probst is getting the start at catcher. This is his first start in the championship series. It's the 2-2 pitch, and that one is chopped foul straight back, so it will remain 2-2. Colton Yanish getting his first start of this series for the Trappers, as well as Colby Rich. So we'll see some new faces here. The Trappers trying to stave off elimination. 2-2, and that one is chopped to the right side, weakly on the ground. Barehanded by Butts and flipped to first in time. A smooth play there from Reed Butts, showing that he does his PFPs in practice. Just barehanded that one and flipped it to Chris Monroe. So one away here in the top of the first. And that brings up Tyler Traphagen, the Trappers' center fielder. This is his 3rd start in as many games of this series. 2 for 7. He has a run scored, has a walk, and a strikeout. He was 2 for 4 in that first game. Went 0 for 3 last night, and before we even have the first pitch of this at-bat, Traphagen will step out and tie his left cleat. Probably a good thing to do. You don't want to be tripping over yourself in the box there. So we'll have a lefty-lefty matchup. The Sabre Dogs going back to their uniform combination from Game 1, wearing those red jerseys and the baby blue pants. Bit of a polarizing uniform combo, as there's a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. I feel like the way that it goes with this uni combo, you can't really argue that the colors are fantastic, but the combination of red on blue, people either love it or they hate it. The 0-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go around the appeal down? And no, he did not. So Traphagen in a 1-1 count We are one batter in to game 3 here, top of the first. Nobody aboard. Bud's working out of the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung through that high fastball. Couldn't get the wooden barrel of the bat. Caught up to that one. So the count 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch incoming here. That one is just nubbed, slicing foul to the left side, and it will drift out of play. So the count remains 1-2. It's a bit left-handed hitter friendly with the weather conditions here in this one. Blowing across the field from left to right, pretty much foul pole to foul pole. So if you can pull it as a left-handed hitter, which Traphagen is, the 1-2 pitch. Had him off balance with a slider. Did not go around, though, so a nice take there, showing the discipline for Traphagen. The count now 2-2. Last season with Ridgewater College, Tyler Traphagen batted .305 and walked 22 times. The 2-2 pitch, and that one is popped up into shallow center field. Martinez is there. Creeps in and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 batters, 2 outs for Reed Butts. Tasked with starting this elimination game. And now we will see Cy Probst. He made an appearance in last night's game after Carson Trumpold was ejected and went 1 for 2 and drove in a run. That was actually in his first at-bat that he had that RBI, so welcome to the team. After transferring over from the Ragin' Roosters, first pitch, fastball taken at the belt for strike 1. Let's get set. The 0-1 pitch, misses high. And for Nathan Mix in my YouTube live stream, did you figure out where some of the Trapper boys will go to finish off their seasons? I think I have an idea of one, and then I have some other news too. It's a 1-1 pitch. That one is swung on and missed for strike 2 on a high fastball. I was talking with some of our guys before the game who wanted to go to the independent league that just formed last year, and they said we're not allowed to. And I was like, why? As that one is a rung up for strike 3. Cy Probst knew it. He was stepping out of the batter's box before the pitch even crossed the plate. So that is a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. So quickly I'll finish up my point here before we go to the bottom of the first. Some of the guys who wanted to go to the independent league were told that they are not accepting any players from the Expedition League. So I find that interesting. So I think some of the guys will have to try and improvise and either see if they can go play local, near where they live. I know that Nick Blessing is thinking about doing that, maybe playing in a league in St. Louis. But it doesn't seem, as of right now, that the Independent League will be an option for some of these Expedition League guys. That's what I know. We'll take a quick break. 0-0 our score. We are through the top of the first inning. The Sabre Dogs will come up to bat for the first time here in Game 3 on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 our score. That was some Jimi Hendrix play in there. The bottom of the first inning. So I think I'm 2-0 now in my Name That Tune. Caleb Hay, the Trapper starting pitcher out there on the mound. And so for my YouTube live viewers as well, you know, I have my scoreboard, my score bug flipped. Typically you would have your home team on the bottom of the score graphic and your away team on the top, but I found out when I got here to the park that the Sabre Dogs were going to be the home team in this game, so I didn't have time to change it. You can get over it. You can figure out what's happening. Luis Pelayo will lead things off here for the Sabre Dogs. He was a menace in game 1 of this series, pretty much single-handedly carried the Sabre Dogs to that victory as that one is slapped foul to the left side. So the count 0-1. And so, yes, to answer your question in the comment there, Mark, yes, the Sabre Dogs are the home team today. There's a called strike 2 from Caleb Hay, runs it in there on a fastball to Luis Pelayo. But in that game 1, Pelayo was 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, a 2-run home run and a solo shot, and scored a additional run as well. The 0-2 runs outside, so the count 1-2. So Pelayo was responsible for driving in 4 of the 6 runs in that game, and the Sabre Dogs won that one by 4. 1-2 goes with the slider, and it stays upstairs, so the count 2-2. Another thing for the YouTube live listeners who haven't been able to be here for the pregame, as a 2-2 pitch, fastball just misses outside. We were supposed to have a change of umpires after last night. We were supposed to have the field umpire be behind the plate and the home plate umpire from last night be in the field. As the payoff pitch misses outside for ball 4, so that's a leadoff walk. But about 5 minutes before game time, it was decided and ruled by somebody, I'm not sure who, that they had to flip and go back to their assignments from last night. So the home plate umpire from last night's game that ejected Carson Trumpold, ejected Eric Lindbergh, got into a decent amount of controversy. He's back behind the plate tonight, calling balls and strikes. Hunter Delanoy up there now after the leadoff walk. 0-0 our score. Bottom of the first. Pelayo reaching on that leadoff walk. Delanoy not having a very good series here so far. Has a chance to turn it around, though. The first pitch, that one leaks outside, ball 1. Delanoy, as I mentioned, during the first 2 games, came into the series with the highest batting average in league history at .462, the highest on-base percentage in league history at .565. But so far in this series, Hunter Delanoy just 1 for 9 with an RBI single. Swinging it from the left side, the 1-0 pitch. And that runs in there on the fastball for a called strike 1. Again, Ryan Breeden here in the Hyde Stadium press box. Elimination game for the Trappers. They have to win it or their season is over. But they've got their ace on the mound. Caleb Hay gets set, delivers the 1-1, and there's another fastball that runs in there just at the kneecaps. It's the count 1-2 on the fastball. Caleb Hay, predominantly a 3-pitch mix type of guy. He has his fastball that we just saw there. He likes to go to his slider in 2 strike counts. We'll see if we get that here. Also has his changeup to try and throw off the speeds a little bit. We'll see what he goes with in this 1-2 count. And the pitch goes with that slider, but it stays outside. So the count 2-2. And so Caleb Hay, you know, he's a guy, when he has that 2 strike count, he likes to go with the slider and run it back door to a left-hander. Either goes back door or goes disappearing slider and runs it in at their back foot. Just has not quite been able to locate that slider in these first 2 batters of the game. The 2-2 pitch goes fastball and attacks the outside and does not get the call. So another full count. Luis Pelayo on first. Nobody out, bottom of the first. 0-0 our score. Caleb Hay gets set, and the payoff pitch, and that one is nubbed on the ground to second. Seagraves deep in the hole, fields it on a couple of bounces, and the throw to first is in time. So 1 away. Seagraves had to be patient on that play over there at first. Had to catch it off of a couple big bounces, and then quickly had to exchange and fire to Colton Yanish at first. Luckily was able to get that one in there ahead of Delanoy, so that goes down as a ground out. It advances Luis Pelayo into scoring position over there at second, so you have a lot of speed now, just 180 feet away. Brings up Ben Newbert, the designated hitter. Righty-righty matchup. the first pitch of this at-bat misses low and outside. Goes with a fastball there. The count 1-0. Newbert in this series, 2 for 7. Couple of base knocks and RBI to his credit. A run scored and 2 walks. The 1-0. Runs that one in there for a called strike. Catches the inside edge of the plate. So the count now even at 1-1. Newbert, one of the more accomplished hitters in this Sabre Dogs lineup. Is the 1-1 pitch, goes off speed, and that's nubbed off the end of the bat, and Seagraves just backpedals into that outfield grass and makes the catch for out number 2. You could tell that Newbert was jammed on that one. Made contact, but not hard contact. So now 2 away here, bottom of the first, and that brings up Chris Monroe. Monroe also 2 for 7 here in this series. Also a couple of base knocks and a run scored. Been mostly kept quiet. We'll see if it can stay that way. First pitch, big swing, chopped up high on the infield. Beavers has to wait for it to come down, makes the catch, and the throw is in time for out number 3. So after the leadoff walk, Caleb Hay able to pitch around that 2-3-4 part of the order for the Sabre Dogs, and we are through 1 inning of play, and we are still tied up at 0 here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. As we go to the top of the second inning here. Hyde Stadium. Nope, Heather tells me I'm wrong. So my first incorrect answer in Name That Too, and that's disappointing. Oh well. 0-0 our score, top of the second. The Trappers up to bat for the second time. Colton Yanish will lead things off. This is his first at-bat of this series. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, fastball blows it right by him on a swing and a miss for strike 1. To answer another question in my comment section from the YouTube Live, Nathan Mix asks, who is the youngest on the Trappers team, as there's another swing and a miss from Yanish for strike 2. Who's the youngest on the Trappers team, and how old are they? I'm about 95% certain the youngest Trapper is Lewis Manning, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So 3 pitches, 3 fastballs, 3 swinging strikes to Colton Yanish, and that
younger
is
than
1 away.
Sam Dineo, even though he just went home?
Yes. I actually asked him that. I asked Sam if he was the youngest on the team, and he said, no, I'm not. Lewis is.
Because Sam had just graduated 2 weeks before he joined the team.
But Sam apparently is pretty old for his
Nice.
age. I think that he's 19. I think that Lewis is either late 18 or early 19.
By the way, I'm back.
Yes, there's John Hunt. He is back after being up here for about 20 seconds in the top of the first. First pitch to Andrew Beavers, hit on the ground up the middle, fielded cleanly, and the throw from Alex Crouch actually is off the line. So there's a throwing error. Beavers heading to second. The throw to second is not in time. So Andrew Beavers, in similar fashion to game 1, hits one on the ground to short, and it gets a errant throw, and he's able to take second.
Now,
and if you recall as well, last time that happened in Game 1, Beavers came around to score the first run of the game for the Trappers.
And that is one thing, one of the few flaws I've seen from the infield here of the Sabre Dogs is the penchant to throw the ball over the head of the first baseman. We saw it a couple times yesterday as well. And it is, Trappers could string a few of these together with only one out. If we could get an early lead, we'll take that.
A runner in scoring position now, Andrew Beavers. One out. Top of the second for Garrett Arnold.
We'll see
designated hitting tonight.
Coach Jamie has them manufacturing a run with a runner on second.
First pitch takes it high, so it misses for ball 1. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7 KGFX FM Pier. If you only wear one thing, make it a seatbelt. Got to do the legal IDs.
That would be an interesting drive, though.
It would be. That one is popped up straight back, and it will drift out of play. So the count now 1-1. Garrett Arnold in this series 0 for 4.
Giving you the full taste of the stadium with Big Daddy doing his thing over there again tonight. And I do have to say, as Reed Butts gets himself ready on the mound, that this has been an interesting and a strange year, but I want to say hats off to everybody on my staff and on my team who's worked so hard together to put things together the way it's supposed to be done in minor league baseball. And I'm really, really proud of each one of you. You winning your award, which we talked about earlier, but everybody from, the person that's cleaning the bathrooms
100%.
to all the way up to Jordan Lutmer, my assistant general manager. Everybody has stepped up and done a great job for our team this year.
Butts gets set, checks the runner at second, turning his head a few times, and will address the plate. Fastball misses low. I just noticed something now for the first time here. Garrett Arnold and Hunter Brown finally did what I asked them to do, and they swapped cleats.
Oh, that's right. He's got the greens on.
So they are wearing one of each.
Okay.
There is a
purple and green.
So Hunter Brown is wearing his right green cleat, and he gave the left one to Garrett Arnold, and Garrett's wearing the purple right one. That one misses low, so the count 2-1.
I like it. And by the way, talking about the person that cleans the bathrooms all the way up to the assistant general manager, sometimes cleaning the bathrooms becomes the job for the assistant general manager. So it's just everybody wearing many hats in this ballpark tonight. So I'm proud of each and every one of them.
3-1 the count, and the pitch. Now when it's swung on and chopped on the ground to third. Just looks the runner back to second, and the throw to first across the diamond is in time, and Beaver is able to advance to third anyway.
All right, so again, we talked about potentially manufacturing a run. With 2 outs now, you have the runner on third, so it takes a base hit or a wild pitch to score the runner, and the Trappers could have their first lead of the series.
Wouldn't be a bad time for it. Will be Colby Rich. This is his first at-bat of this series. He sat out the last week and a half with a shoulder injury, that right shoulder. Swinging it here in a big spot. First pitch takes it down near the shoe tops, so the count 1-0.
And
Andrew Beaver's on third.
Yeah, Butts is very meticulous, slow-paced when there's a runner on base, I have noticed. Just taking his time to come to the plate.
And that's a called strike. Looks like an off-speed pitch. So again, there you see that strike zone on full display. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, top of the second.
I also noticed Boom Boom Barraza coaching at first base tonight.
Yes, 1-1 pitch. Now one is nubbed straight back, and we'll
hope somebody was awake on the third base side.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
That's right, the Nets. Everybody's got to clap their hands again.
So 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Colby Rich at the plate. The right-handed third baseman has that big frame. The 1-2 pitch takes it high for ball 2.
And a wide stance in the box. I think there's only about a foot between his top foot and the top of the box. And his back foot is on the back line of the left side batter's box. So he's fully stretched out when he's at the plate waiting for the pitch.
And here comes the 2-2. That one stays high as well for ball 3. Maddox Mueller is on deck. Should he get the opportunity? 3-2, 2 outs, top of the second. 0-0 our score.
Again, no score with this just in the top of the second. Trappers with an opportunity. And these are the things the Trappers have to do to get this
Payoff pitch bounces off the plate for ball 4.
series extended.
So runners now on the corners with 2 away. We'll bring up Maddox Mueller. And I appreciate the comments from Miss Lisa Gibson, from Jeff Butts on your comments. The Announcer of the Year award is richly deserved, the best, hands down. I appreciate that a lot. Very much appreciative of all of my viewers and all my listeners on River 92.7 as well. It's been a fun season, and I hope that it does not end tonight.
Now, does Jamie call the steal to try to force the throw and maybe manufacture that run from third?
You could. You definitely could. I haven't seen that happen too much this season. First pitch off speed slips up above the zone with an off speed, so the count 1-0.
And I'm not sure about Colby's speed.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be, if you were to do that, make that play, you would not be hoping for Colby to be safe at second as the pitch, and that one is popped up straight back.
Coming
That'll
right
bounce
back
off
at
the
us.
roof. Here it comes.
There it is,
you go.
directly over our heads.
I was ready for it.
Directly over our heads that time. But yeah, I mean, if you send the runner, the hope is
He
that
gets
either
into
the
a rundown.
Yeah, well, not just that he gets into a rundown with 2 outs, but that the catcher bites, because sometimes the catcher will just eat the ball to not give up that run coming home.
We'll have a called time there from Mueller at the plate.
And a lot of times a catcher in this situation will let you have the steal rather than take the chance of throwing the ball over the head of the shortstop or the second baseman, whoever's covering.
1-1. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, and the pitch. And that one is nubbed foul, and it will drift and take 1 bounce and hop off the netting near that Trappers dugout on the first base side.
Also, our Trappers hitters taking some pitches. They're taking their time, being patient at the plate a little more than we saw yesterday.
Maddox Mueller is kind of one of those guys who's had the strikeout bug against the Sabre Dogs. He's gone down on strikes 3 times in this series, and he's gone down on strikes 20 times against the Sabre Dogs this season. Here we go, the 1-2, and a snap throw to first, not in time. Just checking on Colby Rich.
Maybe they have the same idea. Maybe they think Jamie's going to pull that, Coach Habecker.
I would probably pull it. I don't know. It depends. If I was a manager, I don't know what I would do. The 1-2 pitch. That one is popped up
Coming
straight
back
back,
to
and
us
that'll
again.
drift out onto the street behind us. So the count remains 1-2. You know, I like to think that I would know what I would do and I'd be a good manager, but the one time I was tasked with making a starting lineup back in that final game at North Iowa, I put together what I thought was the best lineup I could put together, the most quality at-bats for the Trappers, the ones with the highest average, the ones who've been playing the best, and they scored 2 runs on 3 hits.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, really? This is how we're going to do this, huh? 1-2 the count. Reed Butson, we have another called time.
And Reed, again, taking his time on the mound, and the hitters will step out of the box, you know, once a pitcher takes too long, because then their mindset is changed, so they have to reset as well.
Reed Butts standing more on the right side of that rubber. Gets set, and the 1-2 pitch. And it's a called strike 3. They say that fastball caught the inside part of the plate. So again, you know, maybe a bit of flashbacks to last night. And that will into the top of the second. The
It's
Trappers
good thing Maddox is wearing that
corners.
flap over the side of his mouth, because the umpire might not have heard what he was saying as he walked away.
Oh, boy. We'll take a quick break and come back for the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 our score here in Game 3 of the Expedition League Championship Series on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7.
Who's guessing, me or you? Because
I'm guessing. I got this easy.
Okay, you better.
Listen, my go-to genre is alternative music.
Okay.
So if I didn't know Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit,
Yes.
I probably would be a
90s
failure.
alternative.
I'd probably be a failure, at least in that department. Ryan Breeden here in the Hyde Stadium press box, your voice of the Trappers. I have John Hunt, the Trappers GM. To my right here, 0-0 our score, bottom of the second inning. Jake Barlow will lead it off for the home team Sabre Dogs, even though they are on the road here in Pierre. First pitch hit on the ground, up the middle, tough play, and it will leak through for a base hit.
And Caleb reached for that and then did what a pitcher's supposed to do. You got to let it go unless you know for sure it's going in the hole, which he didn't. And it did get through between the shortstop and the second baseman. So
Andrew Beavers really did not have a play to make on that one, just skipped right over the second base bag. So there is a leadoff base runner for the second time in as many innings for the Sabre Dogs. So that will bring up Seth Delgado. Delgado here in this series. Actually, it's Ben Wilms. Sorry. I was getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
I'm just, I'm calling. Yeah, exactly. Ben Wilms, he's 0 for 4 in this series. They have very similar hair.
Okay.
That's what got me. They have that curly hair that leaks out of the bottom of that helmet. Now and misses high for ball 1.
Exactly. And by the way, in the 7th inning stretch, it's always nice when the kids come down and help out. But sometimes I put the mic up.
Shy.
But sometimes I put the mic up to their mouth and they don't say anything.
Yes.
You know, and I love it when the kids sing. So
Pick over to first.
It is great.
Time.
It is great, but you have to keep it moving. You can't wait because the umpires will then get on me about taking more than 90 seconds.
So, do you have any, I guess, sort of explanation as to why we had that switch with umpires?
Not that I can say in the air.
Okay, gotcha.
Without,
yep.
saying something negative about one person or the other person.
1-0 pitch, hit on the ground, up the middle. Will there be a play?
There's
Seagraves
one.
flips it to second for
Nice.
one. A spinning throw to first, and it is in time. Cue the SportsCenter Top 10 music. Heather, hit it. We've got the buttons ready. Needing it there. Trevor Seagraves with that flip and the spinning throw from Andrew Beavers.
I know, he's looking like
John
Morant.
Throw to first.
He's spinning like John Morant going to the rack.
Oh, yes. So 2 away here in the bottom of the second after the nifty play from Seagraves to Beavers to Yanish. And so now we'll bring up Seth Delgado. So, I was just getting ahead of myself. I was saying it's Seth Delgado now, but I just knew that was going to happen. We'll just say that's what it was. First pitch misses low below the zone, so the count 1-0.
And the fans here all year, too. I know that this will be my last opportunity for the season, potentially, unless we're playing tomorrow. The fans have been pretty amazing this year.
1-0 pitch, fouled straight back, the count 1-1.
Coming out in record numbers for this team. Only year one, the first year of the team, have the numbers been at about the area where we've had numbers this year in Hyde Stadium. So to the fans, if you weren't able to make it out tonight, my hat's off to you as well for making this a successful season for your Pierre Trappers.
And if you didn't come out tonight, I can't say that I necessarily blame you. 106, it feels like you're sitting in a hairdryer. So, I get it.
It is.
1-1 pitch, goes to that slider, and it stays high. So
even when the wind is blowing, somebody described it as you're standing in a blow dryer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. And I know there were a lot of events going on around the region, weddings and rodeos and fairs. So those of you who came out tonight, still a good crowd.
Yes, very much so. 2-1 pitch. Now it's hit on the ground to short. Beavers fields it backhanded, collects, gathers, and throws to first in time to retire the side. So after the leadoff base hit, a couple of nice plays from the Trappers middle infield to set the Sabre Dogs down in the bottom of the second. Will you be back up here for the top of the third? Because Heather says she has a song for you on the Name That too.
Top of the third. Yes, I can do the top of the third.
Sounds great. We'll take a quick break. Tied up at 0, still going to the third inning here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7.
Lamb. Oh, Black Betty.
Hey.
Bama Lamb. She had a child and the dang thing went wild. Ram Jam is also the name of the band.
Thank you for
so there you go, one hit wonder.
That one. That's my that was my one phone a friend.
Okay.
Heather set me up there, and I did get the second one wrong though. The second one, so I'm not undefeated tonight.
Okay, I wasn't here, so I don't know what you were.
I don't even remember what the song was either. Top of the third inning, Game 3, Expedition League Championship Series. The Trappers need to win it here to stay alive. 0-0 our score. Reed Butts on the mound for the Sabre Dogs.
And again, early in the game, Trappers battling. No quick, 10 runs in the first or anything like that, like you've seen from the Sabre Dogs earlier in the year. I mean, these guys, I've said it in all 3 visits up here with you, that they are a strong team. I mean, they're not 31-1 for nothing.
Yeah.
They worked hard. They have a lot of older, stronger, bigger, faster players. And the Trappers, they're younger, and they're going to improve. And if we can pull some of these guys back in the future.
The main thing about postseason baseball, even if it does come early, you throw everything else to the wayside. Nothing else matters. And you're kind of seeing that here in this series. Trevor Seagraves will lead off this top of the third inning for the Trappers. In this series, he is 0 for 4, has a walk and a strikeout.
That means Trevor's due. Spot. That means he's due.
He sure is. This season batting about 232.
Mm-hmm.
It's set, and the first pitch of the inning swung on and fouled straight back, so the count 0-1.
And again, the crowd that came out tonight on this hot of a day, I think we could see 400 tonight, or at least 400 purchased tickets. Whether people choose to come out because of the heat, that's up to them.
The 0-1 pitch goes off speed, and that's rocketed up the middle, and there you go. Trevor Seagraves was due, and he poked that one through the middle of the infield for a leadoff base hit.
You're welcome.
Guess you can take credit for that one.
Yeah, right.
Trevor
did the work.
For Trevor's family, which I had the pleasure of meeting when they were here visiting Trevor a couple weeks ago, and they are fantastic people. I appreciate them. So if they're watching, there you go. Trevor leading off this top of the third with a base hit. We're back to the top of the order for Preston Lau. 0 for 1 in this game. He has a leadoff base runner. Trevor Seagraves with 6 stolen bases on the season. He is trying to get to 10. He'll have some work to do, though, if he wants to do that. First pitch squares to bunt, but pulls back for ball 1.
Again, runner on with nobody out, an opportunity to manufacture a run, which this team does very well.
It's been tough sledding this series in that department. We'll see if they can make it happen here in this one. That one runs in, nearly hits him again. A similar pitch to what Preston Lau saw in his first at-bat, dusted him off, and so the count 2-0.
His jersey's a little loose. I didn't know if maybe it got a piece of the jersey, but not quite.
Just untuck it a little bit more.
Yes.
See if you can get the laces to graze it.
I mean, he made the attempt to get out of the way of the ball, which is always a good thing.
The 2-0 pitch hit on the ground, and that is through the left side for a base hit. So back-to-back singles. The Trappers may be in business here in the top of the third. Trevor Seagraves and then Preston Lau. That'll bring up Tyler Trapphagen with 2 runners aboard.
Now, you talk about a guy who's due. Trapp has had his opportunities in each of the first 2 games to do damage, and now he's got 2 on and nobody out. The other times he's come up to the plate with runners on and 2 outs. So now he's got a lot of opportunities. He can bunt, he get a sac fly, knock a base hit. That'd be the way to go.
And Trapphagen in this series, he's had runners on base several times.
And a huge space on the left field line. The left fielder's playing way off the line. Opportunity to go down the third base line for Trapphagen.
We'll see if he can take it to opposite field. First pitch, swung on and driven into center field, and that gets down for a base hit. Seagraves rounding third. The strong throw home on a bounce, and the tag is applied, and it is in time. So Seagraves cut down at the plate. A strong throw from Eddie Martinez in center field. So there is now 1 away here in the top of the third. The Trappers were trying to score that first run of the game, but was cut down attempting to.
I would love to see the instant replay on that. That was awfully close. he dove around the tag and brushed his hand across the base and was called out. But it was a tremendous throw from center field. There's no question that throw from center was right on the money. Maybe one of the best throws we've seen from center all year long.
Brings up Cy Props. He has runners on the corners with one away. Still a chance to do damage here in the top of the third. First pitch swung through that for strike one. Props went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
And last night, first at-bat for the Trappers, he had an RBI.
Yes,
so he did some damage to help the Trappers coming on board from the Northern Iowa Ragin' Roosters team.
Yes. Reed Butts. The one pitch, and that one is chopped on the ground to third. It's a fair ball, and it skips off the glove, and one run will score for sure. And Straphagen will advance to third, and the throw there is not in time. So it skips off the glove of Wilms at third base.
So the former
and the Trappers
Rooster
take the lead early, 1-0.
The former Rooster helps us out again in his second game. 2 times up. First time, he goes ahead and knocks in a run. We'll take that.
And the misplay also allowed for Straphagen to go from first to third. So still, you know, you have a runner just 90 feet away from scoring. Runners on the corners, one away.
And the first lead of the series for your Pierre Trappers.
Just their second lead of the season against the Sabre Dogs. Colton Yanish went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch swung on and sliced foul out of play, so the count 0-1.
And he sees that huge gap in left field because he was trying to go Oppo Taco for the base hit.
I would assume that we'll see just a heavy dose of fastball from Reed Butts in this at-bat. That's what he went with in the first at-bat to Yanish and had him swinging through all 3 of them. Needs to adjust. The 0-1 pitch goes with the fastball, but it runs low below the zone, so the count 1-1. Tyler Straphagen on third. Cy Props, the new Trapper, over there on first after driving in the first run of the game. It was Preston Lau that scored that one. Goes with a slider this time and runs it across the body and into the zone. So the count 1-2 now.
4 hits for the Trappers here through the top of the third, or into the top of the third.
All 4 of them have been here in this half inning. Lefty-lefty matchup. Yanish needs to just battle and put something in play. The 1-2 swung through for strike 3. Props takes second base unopposed, but Yanish goes down on strikes for the second time and has many at-bats, and now that brings up Andrew Beavers with runners on second and third, looking to add on to this early lead from the Trappers.
And opportunities like this we've talked about all year long, but certainly all series long. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. This is the time the Trappers want to stay in this series. These are the kind of opportunities you have to take advantage of.
So 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch to Beavers. Misses high for ball 1. Garrett Arnold is on deck. Beavers reached on an error in his first at-bat of this game. The 1-0 pitch. That one dusts away, and that might be another run.
Home.
Skips away from Madrigal. Actually, and that will allow a run to score.
Straphagen
actually got away from Delgado. So Delgado, the catcher, let that one skip away from him. And Tyler Straphagen, no hesitation, taking home there.
And I'm looking up on the board. I guess that was that considered a pass ball or a wild pitch?
That's probably a wild pitch.
Okay.
That would be what I would say, is that one misses. So the count now 3-0. So 2-0 the score. 2 outs. Top of the third, the Trappers an early lead in this one. And the pitch, there's a called strike. Beavers taking that one all the way.
And I haven't gotten the timing of Butts because he's 1 minute he's going slow, and next minute he's going quick to the plate.
Quickly this time, and it's poked on the ground to short. Crouch fields, throws to first, and it is in time to retire the side, but not before the Trappers put up 2 runs in the top of the third inning, and they have a 2-0 lead. Caleb Hay has got some insurance runs, got a lead to work with as he comes back to the mound for the bottom of the third inning here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. We've got some neon trees leading us in to this bottom of the third inning. The Trappers have a 2-0 lead after scoring 2 runs on 4 hits in the top of the third inning. Ryan Breeden here. We have John Hunt subbing out, and it is now Eric Limberg, who his face is banished from the dugout for this game after being ejected after the conclusion of last night's 6-3 contest. Eric, welcome, and I'm glad that you are up here despite the ejection.
Yes, no, I'm very happy to be here, and just happy to see that we're winning right now. Hopefully force a game 4 and get back out there with the guys.
Maybe you being up here in the press box, watching it from up here, was the good luck charm the team needed. You know, it had to switch something up.
Yeah, now that was the whole plan. We just wanted to switch things up, and so far it's working.
Eddie Martinez will lead off the bottom of the third. The Sabre Dogs, again, are the home team here in this game. Caleb Hay, first pitch of the inning, swung through and fouled straight back, so the count 0-1. I bet you're kind of happy to be up here, too, because of how hot it is down there.
Oh, yeah, no, it's nice to be in the AC, but definitely wish I was down there right now with the guys.
Yeah. Caleb Hay from the windup here. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Fastball looks like it's in there, but it does not get the call, so the count 1-1. I found it very interesting as well. You know, I talked about this when it was just me up here, when it was John up here. We had that quick switching of umpires before the game, so our home plate umpire tonight is the same one from last night. That one is rocketed into left center field, and that one might get down. Trapphagen will not get there. One hops off the wall. Strong throw into second, but it is not in time. That is a leadoff double for Mr. Martinez. So Eddie Martinez on second. That one was crushed off the bat.
He's a very fast player, that guy for the Sabre Dogs.
He's got the long strides and got quite a bit of exit velocity as well. That one, Tyler Trapphagen, he has a lot of speed in center field, but he did not really stand a chance to get there. So now that brings up Alex Crouch. He is 0 for 3 in this series. All 3 of those plate appearances were in game 1. Runner on second, nobody out. Bottom of the third. And the pitch goes slider, and it misses high. So, Eric, what are your plans once this season is over with here?
As of right now, there is a couple teams I am talking to go finish out the season. Just need to get some things behind the scenes approved, and then hopefully I can play some ball for the remainder of the summer.
1-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Goes with a fastball at the knees. Still
and
1-1.
If that doesn't work out, I'll probably be staying with my host family in Pierre, since they have welcomed me to stay the rest of the summer, and kind of just maybe interact with some of the locals.
For sure.
Get some extra reps in, see if I can help coach some of the younger teams.
1-1 pitch, and that one's chopped on the ground to third. Colby Rich Rangers in. It skips off the glove, and I think that everyone will be safe everywhere. Indeed, they will be. Colby Rich's first game back in the field in about a week and a half. Has that one just kind of nubbed in no man's land, has to sprint over and just takes a bad bounce and hits off the thumb of the glove. And so Martinez advances to third. Crouch safe at first on that error. And so now back to the top of the order for Luis Palaio. Tying run is on first for the Sabre Dogs. Caleb Hay in a bit of a jam here. We'll see if he can get out of it.
He will be able to.
Let's manifest it. First pitch, Palaio takes it up and outside for ball 1. In the first game, this man at the plate right here was pretty much the main reason they won that one. 2 home runs, 3 RBI, 3 runs scored. And that's 6-2 victory over the Trappers. The 1-0 pitch, that's a called strike, a fastball in there. You think we'll see any more ejections tonight? If you had to guess, if it was over under 0.5 ejections, are you taking the over or are you taking the under?
For us, I think
just in general, the entire just in the game.
We might see 1 or 2.
Okay. 1-1 pitch. That one leaks outside. 2-1 the count. Hunter Delanoy is on deck. Unless something crazy happens, he will pretty much for sure get an at-bat here in this inning. Unless we see a triple play, which that would be pretty cool.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
2-1 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 3. It looked like that backdoor slider, as they say, that did not leak in there enough. So the count 3-1. Ball 4 here would mean bases loaded, nobody out. For Luis Pelayo from Aruba. Goes to school in Oklahoma. 3-1 pitch, and there's a called strike. You saw Pelayo getting ready to flip the bat over to the dugout and take his base, but not this time.
No.
So 3-2 the count. Nobody out, bottom of the third. Trappers 2, Saber Dogs 0. We have a called time from the field umpire as Trevor Seagraves, I think, has some dirt in his eye. Yeah. The sunglasses don't do any good up on your hat, Trev. If you're getting dust in the eye, go ahead and put those babies on. Trev looks like he's good to go now. Cleared the debris from his eyes. We have a full count pitch. And the payoff, and it misses outside, ball 4. So bases are now loaded. Nobody out. The Saber Dogs looking to quickly respond after the Trappers took the lead in the top half of the inning. So, you know, Eric, I want to run something that I heard by you as well here, I guess, on the air. I was talking to some of the guys before the game about what their plans are after this season is over here. And some of them said, you know, we want to go try and play in the Independent League, but we're not allowed to. Have you heard something similar to that?
I've heard different things. I've heard we can. I've heard we can't. But I guess we'll see what happens. I guess
we'll have to see. I was just curious what you knew about that. Hunter Delanoy, bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch misses below the zone for ball 1.
It will be interesting to see. I hope we can, because we all just want to play games, and
reps is what matters.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where or who we're playing for. We just want to get in the game that we love playing.
1-0, and there's a fastball in there for a called strike. The count 1-1.
What are your plans?
You know, I'm probably I'm going to stay here in Pierre for about a week or a week and a half after the season is over. Probably go to the Badlands, go see Mount Rushmore. Some things that I've wanted to do since I've been here but haven't had the time to. The 1-1 pitch goes backdoor slider, does not get the spot. 2-1. So I'll probably hang out here for about a week or a week and a half, and then I'll head back home, spend some time with my family for probably, I don't know, 3 weeks or so, and then I'll head back to Stillwater, Oklahoma for my final semester of college.
Congrats.
2-1 pitch, runs in there for strike 2. That fastball in the outer part of the plate. So the count 2-2. This will be a big strikeout for Caleb Hay. Should he be able to record it? Does not have a strikeout here so far in 2 innings pitched. Ben Newbert is on deck. The 2-2 pitch. That one is just chopped up over the net, out of play. So the count 2-2.
Do our listeners know about the fun day at the ballpark on Monday?
I don't think they do. You know, you can go ahead and spill the beans right now. Go for it.
I don't know too much, actually, but I know on Monday, when the series is all over, we're going to
2-2 pitch. That's chopped just foul. So Delanoy staying alive here in this at-bat.
A little kind of like fun game of softball or slow pitch at the field where we can interact with fans, host families, and kind of just relax with after a long season and just have some fun with everyone in town.
It'll be a great time. I'll get to actually participate in the game. I'm excited about that. We might even turn the live stream cameras on and just let them run.
Oh, that would be fun for the
2-2 pitch. Now it misses outside for ball 3. So in danger of losing him here. Nowhere to put Delanoy, so that would mean a bases loaded walk, and it would be the first run of the game for the Saber Dogs. Pelayo on first. Crouch on second. Martinez on third. And the pitch fouled straight back, so we'll do the full count once again. It's a big pitch here early on in this game. Caleb Hay, the Trappers' ace, in a situation after a leadoff double, followed by an error and a walk. Caleb Hay From the windup, the payoff pitch. Now when it's hit on the ground up the middle, Beavers fields it, steps on the bag at second for one, and fires across the diamond for two. So a run does score for the Sabre Dogs, but a big 6-3 double play for Andrew Beavers, the second one he has been a part of here in 3 innings of play. And so the Sabre Dogs are on the board. You know, it could have been a whole lot worse, and I guess it still could be. The inning is not over yet, but a great start to getting out of the jam for Caleb Hay. So 2-1 our score now. Trappers leading it. Ben Newbert up there with a runner on third. First pitch, that one is fouled straight back. Will it bounce off the roof? No, it will not. It will just drift out onto the street. Eric, what has been your, I guess, your favorite thing about this summer so far since being here? Safe for radio.
I love interacting with the kids before and after the games. It's
A one pitch, swing and a miss, strike two.
It brings me back to when I was their age, and just a lot of fun. It makes their day. It makes their night when they can come on the field, play catch with you, run the bases, and I just love seeing how happy they get.
The 0-2 pitch, hit on the ground to short. Beavers again on the move, and again there in the middle of the infield, makes a strong throw in. Yanish uses his entire 6'5" frame to stretch out and make the play for out number 3. So the Sabre Dogs had bases loaded, nobody out, and they scored just 1 run after a double play and then a ground out to short. We'll take a quick break and come back for the top of the 4th inning. 2-1, Trappers lead it here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. There from Caleb Hay, pitching out of a jam. It was bases loaded, nobody out, was able to get a double play ball there to Andrew Beavers, and then Beavers finished off that inning himself as well. And for Miss Lisa Gibson, Andrew Beavers' Nana, who is always in my chat, always watching, yep, Andrew is hot tonight out there in the field. He has made some fantastic plays. Reed Butts back out for the top of the 4th.
That was a big inning for us. Coach Jamie told us we need to eliminate that one big inning that we've gave them the first 2 games, and I think that was huge for us right there.
First pitch, and that one misses. Oh, I got a text from my producer Heather asking if I knew what the song was. I wasn't even paying attention. Heather, I'm terrible. I wasn't even paying attention to the song, so I guess that'll just go down as a wash for our Guess That Tune. That one runs in near the top of the cleats with a count 2-0. You notice a change in cleats from Garrett? I suggested that to them.
Yeah.
Like probably, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, kind of near the beginning of the season. They both have those New Balance Big League Chew collab cleats. The 2-0 pitch, and that one is rocketed into left center field. Martinez on the move and jumps to make the catch for out number 1. But so Garrett has the purple Big League Chew New Balance, and Hunter Brown has the neon green Big League Chew New Balance. And I told them, you guys are the same shoe size, so you need to swap and have one person wear one person wear the other.
Yeah.
And they did it finally.
You see a lot of basketball players doing that.
Exactly right. So after the fly out from Garrett Arnold, 1 away here, top of the 4th, brings up Colby Rich. Batted in that last inning. And there's a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Colby walked in his first at-bat. Did not come around to score, however. Comes up empty on that swing and a miss, so quickly down in the count, 0-2. Colby Rich batting .233 coming into this game. Has 6 hit by pitch, which is the most on the Trappers team this season. The 0-2 pitch, that one nearly got him on the shins, so the count 1-2.
He's facing some school teammates, is he not?
Colby?
Yeah.
I think he might be. I know Will is. I know Will out of the Oklahoma School of Science and Arts. He's facing Luis Paleo and Brett Laura. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, ran the fastball by him. So 2 away here in the top of the 4th after the fly out and the strikeout. That brings up Maddox Mueller. Oh, yes, I need to address my comment in the YouTube chat from Jeff Butts saying, go Pokes. Yep, agreed. Go Pokes. I'm doing the symbol right now, but you can't see it because the camera's pointed at the field. Getting a glare from Ty Barrett, who's up here on deck to join the broadcast. He goes to Arkansas. So I already know what he's going to say when he comes up here and puts the headset on. It's no surprise. First pitch, Maddox Mueller hit on the ground to third, and it's foul. So the count 0-1. Maddox Mueller here in this one. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As I mentioned before, the Sabre Dogs have kind of been Maddox's weakness this season. The 0-1 pitch takes the changeup in the dirt. So the count 1-1. On the season, Maddox Mueller has 20 strikeouts against the Sabre Dogs. 1-1. There's a called strike 2. So 2 away, top of the 4th. The Trappers, the home team, so they are up at the plate right now. They lead it 2-1. Reed Butts, the starter for the Sabre Dogs. About to throw pitch number 65. He's given up 4 hits, all of them back in that top of the 3rd. We had a called time from Maddox Mueller, and he was just talking with the home plate umpire before stepping back into the box, still holding up that hand, saying, all right, don't quick pitch me, don't quick pitch me, let me get set. Now Butts working from the windup from that left side, and the pitch. That one is ripped to the left field line. That will get down for a base hit. Maddox Mueller, the 5th hit of the night for the Trappers here. And that is his first hit of this series.
That was a really nice
hit. Actually, his 2nd hit, so he is now 2 for 8. So with 2 away now, a runner aboard. It brings up Trevor Seagraves. Seagraves kind of started things in that top of the 3rd inning, had a base hit. He was one of 4 consecutive base hits for the Trappers, and he was actually gunned down at home for the first out there in the top of the 3rd. I did have a YouTube comment, though, that I was reading back that said they went back and looked at the replay and they thought he was safe.
It was a close play. I think you had to send him there early in the game.
I agree. I don't disagree with the call. You know, you got to be aggressive. You think Maddox will try and steal a bag here? Try and get in scoring position?
I would like to see him do it, but I guess we'll have to see. But we've also had a couple 2-out rallies throughout the season, and we've seemed to do good with 2-out rallies. So
100%. First pitch to Seagraves, fouls it straight back. Yeah, in those first 2 games, you know, you guys scored 5 runs. All 5 of them were 2 outs.
Yep, and with the Pilots.
Yeah, and the Roosters series.
Yes.
In the Roosters series, in one of the games, in that 14-4 victory,
yeah,
you guys scored 10 of your 14 runs with 2 outs. So definitely would agree with that whole 2-out rally. So 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Top of the 4th, Maddox Mueller is on first after a base hit. And the pitch, now when it's hit on the ground, slowly to third, Wilms fields and throws in time. That is a clean play from third down to first. And that will end the inning here. So the Trappers, after the 2-out base hit, unable to add on any insurance runs, so they will take a 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 4th inning here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Here we go. See, now I'm paying attention to our Name That Tune, and I obviously know that's Enter Sandman by Metallica. Ryan Breeden here. We've got Eric Lindbergh to my right. You know, Enter Sandman is just one of those songs that I feel like no matter when you listen to it, it will always get you hyped up.
Oh, yeah, I agree. It's a very good song, very good baseball song.
It's a good song for any sport. I love one of my favorite traditions in all of college football is Virginia Tech when they come out to Enter Sandman, and it's their night game. They've got a big ranked opponent. They've got everyone there. It's a sold-out crowd, and it's just electric. It's an atmosphere that I want to experience at least one time.
I haven't been to a college football game yet in the States, so I really want to.
Caleb Hay back out there for the bottom of the fourth. Chris Monroe will lead things off 0 for 1 here tonight. First pitch of the inning. Fastball that's nubbed on the ground to third. Colby Rich will have to make a quick throw to first. Bounces, and Colton Yanish able to scoop it, and it is called for out number 1. Coach Kieran over there in the third base coaching box is throwing up his hands right and left saying, I feel like it was bobbled by Yanish. I don't know if that was a clean catch. But again, you know, we have no replay here, so you have no way of reviewing it. That just goes down as a great play at third, and so Hunter Brown is in the field instead of Colby Rich. I just noticed that just now. Hunter is a defensive menace, and he made a fantastic play there, and an even better play from Yanish.
Yep.
So 1 away, bottom of the fourth. That brings up Jake Barlow. First pitch goes with that slider, and it misses. Have you talked to Jake Barlow?
I had. He's one of the players I haven't been able to talk to, but
I feel like you'd be fascinated by his thick Southern accent.
Okay.
That one's hit on the ground to third again. Hunter Brown, and that one gets through the legs and just slowly rolls down there near the edge of the grass. So that is an error on Hunter Brown. Welcome to the game. Back-to-back baseballs hit right at you. Made the first play, could not make that one. So that will go down as an E5. The second error on the Trappers here in this game. So now a runner on first.
I have been able to talk to Chris Monroe, and he's a great guy to talk to.
People say he's kind of like the gentle giant.
Yes, very much.
He is very good at the game of baseball as well. So 1 out, bottom of the fourth, runner on first after the error. Brings up Wilms, who fouls that one straight back. So the count 0-1. Again, Ben Wilms joined the team on June 28th, and in his first game was 2 for 4 with a base hit, a double, and an RBI. But he is 0 for 5 here in this series. Caleb Hay from the stretch, and the pitch, a fastball right down there, and the snap throw to first, and the tag not in time. Good idea there from Cy Probst. Saw that Jake Barlow was kind of leaking a little bit there with his secondary, closer and closer to that second base bag, and so I wanted to just check him back at first. So 0-2 the count. Eric, what do you think of these the uniform combination from the Sabre Dogs?
I was just about to say this. I love their jerseys.
It's either one or the other. The 0-2 slider, and it does not get the call. So the count 1-2.
I think something about the baby blue I love so much. I've been saying that ever since I came to the Trappers, that I think the Sabre Dogs have the nicest uniforms.
I've kind of been conducting a bit of a survey here since even game 1, because this is the exact combination the Sabre Dogs wore in that first game. As the pitch, and that's hit on the ground to third. Hunter Brown again on the move, and again on the move to first, and it is in time for out number 2. So Hunter Brown with some redemption there after having an error in the last at-bat. Able to collect himself, and with his momentum carrying him to first, make a strong throw. So 2 away. Runner on second. Trappers 2, Sabre Dogs 1. It will be Seth Delgado. Delgado 0 for 1 in this game. He is 2 for 9 in the series. But back to my my comment on the uniforms, as the first pitch is in there for a called strike with the slider. I love the colors, okay? The red jersey, fantastic. The powder blue for a color, also fantastic. I'm not quite sold on them being paired together in that way. I don't know. They're powder blue. The entirety of the powder blue, when they wear powder blue tops and powder blue bottoms, those are amazing.
I do agree with that.
When they wear the red jersey and the white pants, those are also great. That one is corkscrewed down the first base line, and it will drift foul, so the count 0-2.
I think the color combination that they have on for today's game, it's kind of fun. It makes the pants pop. It makes the jersey top kind of pop. And
all right.
I don't know, something about that I really do enjoy.
So what's your favorite Trapper jersey?
I like the gold hat, gold jersey that we wear. We just have kind of basic jerseys, if I'm going to be completely honest.
My favorite's probably the one we're wearing right now.
That is a nice one, too.
Or maybe the one that I'm wearing right now, the throwback.
That is a nice one.
Picked up, the throwback that they wore a few years ago. 0-2 pitch, and that's rocketed through the right side for a base hit. They will send Barlow around third to try and tie the game. The throw from Preston Lau is cut off, and we are tied at 2. So a 2-out RBI base hit through the right side of the infield for Seth Delgado. We've got a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. Here we go, Eric. We've got a tie game. The guys have got to buckle up. These have been a handful of fantastic games here in this championship series.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's been very fun baseball to watch and be a part of, and excited to see how the rest of the series plays out.
Eddie Martinez, he doubled in his last at-bat, came around to score that first run for the Sabre Dogs. First pitch takes a slider that misses low and away, so the count 1-0. For the Sabre Dogs, 2 runs on 3 hits. The Trappers have 2 runs on 5 hits. The 1-0 pitch misses low for ball 2. Neither of the runs that have scored here for the Sabre Dogs are earned runs against Caleb Hay. Jake Barlow reached on that error from Hunter Brown and came around to score. Delgado on first after tying this game up. And the pitch misses inside, ball 3. Caleb Hay just threw his 60th pitch of the outing. And I would have to think that if he continues to pitch as well as he has been, that he'll probably go maybe into Lewis Manning territory in game 1 when Lewis threw 151 pitches.
That was crazy, but an amazing pitching performance by Lewis.
3-0, swing and a miss, has the green light, 3-0. Like to see the aggressiveness, I suppose. So the count 3-1. 2 outs bottom of the 4th. What's been your favorite post-game meal that we have had this season, Eric?
We had tacos one night here, and that was very good. I do like my tacos.
That misses high for ball 4.
But there's a pregame meal that we had in Iowa. It was the cracked chicken sandwiches. And
oh, yeah.
And I loved that. I don't know. I know not a lot of the guys were a fan of it, but like I thought they were amazing.
All right. I saw you went back for seconds, right?
I did. I usually do.
Hey, you're a food connoisseur.
Do love my food.
I want to just travel and go try all the local foods of the world. I feel like it'd be really fun to do. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Alex Crouch takes a first pitch strike on the outside part of the plate. At least I think it's the outside part. It might be a baseball or 2 off, but you know what? Who's keeping track? Not me. Definitely not me. Crouch 0 for 1 in this game. 0 for 4 in this series. 0-1 pitch. Tries to go back door, does not get the spot, so the count 1-1. So 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. The Sabre Dogs have scored a run in the 3rd and the 4th inning to tie this game. And the pitch, hit on the ground to second. Seagraves is there, and the throw to first is also there. So that will retire the side, but not before the Sabre Dogs get some clutch 2-out hitting from Seth Delgado to tie us up at 2. Eric, thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. Go wherever you need to go to not be seen by the umpires and enjoy the rest of this game.
Thank you, and I'll work my way back up here towards the end of the game.
Maybe you could put on like a fake mustache and like the glasses and go like sit like front row. Maybe you won't notice.
I might have to do that. Might have to go do that.
Sounds good, Eric. Have fun, and we'll take a quick break and come back for the 5th inning here. 2-2 our score on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7.
Oh, dirty little secret?
All-American rejects. Dirty little secret leading us back into the top of the 5th inning.
I didn't realize we were on air when I said that. My bad.
Oh, no, your mic was muted.
Okay, perfect.
See,
I forgot that you're like
I'm in control.
Exactly.
I'm in control. At any point, at the push of a button, you're gone. Drew is on thin ice. I think Drew is going to come up for the top of the 6th while the Trappers are batting. Last time that he was up there was when the Sabre Dogs scored that 5-run top of the 5th inning yesterday.
If I need to, I'll just hand it over to him.
I don't think that's all right. Preston Lau in there to lead off the 5th, takes a first pitch, runs inside for ball 1. Ty, we went to branding iron today.
Yes.
Me, you, and Drew, and that one misses low.
I think that might have been one of the best bagels of my entire life, honestly, with the cheddar in it, in the actual bagel. It was so good. Pepper jack cheese too. Can't go wrong.
I had the French toast and bacon, and it was very solid as well. Drew, I'm trying to remember. Drew had the biscuits and gravy. That's right. And that one has popped up to the right side. Monroe in pursuit, running out of room, and
nice
cannot get there. Maybe if he had a
See Barlow jump up on there.
maybe if he had a little bit longer of arms, then he might have been able to get there. Yeah, of course, Jake Barlow jumps straight up on there and just grabs it. I feel like Jake Barlow is just kind of one of those guys who has a great personality.
Oh,
it's really fun to be
It never
around.
stops. Like, literally, you could just sit down and listen to him talk, and you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh so hard. He's been a pleasure to cover this summer. Because coming into the summer, I didn't know how easy it would be to work with the players and all that kind of stuff. But he was one of the first ones.
2-1 pitch, check swing, and it's call it strike 2 anyway.
He was one of the first ones to really, be outgoing and, kind of talk to us interns, really make us feel like we're part of the team.
Well, you are. I mean, so you
I
run,
mean,
you
in
run
a
the
way,
social media.
true.
You're in control.
That's true.
The 2-2 pitch, and that one is hit on the ground, foul down the third baseline. Preston Lau 1 for 2, has that base hit. One of the 4 hits back in that 2-run top of the third came around to score that first run of the game as well.
That inning was so frustrating to watch as a Sabre Dog fan, just because, it was just perfect timing hits. It was just literally in those small gaps.
2-2 pitch bounces way in front of the plate. My goodness.
He'd be a really good cricket player.
I wanted to see some Vlad Guerrero swinging on the bounce and hit it into the gap. So the count full, 3-2. Nobody out, top of the 5th. Tied up at 2. Reed butts the pitch, and that's a called strike 3. Little to say there from Preston Lau, who just kind of takes his trot back to the dugout.
I'm just going to keep my mouth closed for that one for just this entire night so far.
So that is strikeout number 6 from Reed Butts. He is about to throw his 75th pitch. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs, just 1 of them earned.
It's really nice to see him work around those 5 hits. Because as a pitcher, as a former pitcher, it's so easy to get in your own head. But as long as you keep yourself level, you can do anything as a pitcher. All you need is just that next pitch. That's all you have to think about.
Brings up Tyler Trapphagen now, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch runs just upstairs, so the count 1-0. Trapphagen had a base hit as well in that third inning. Came around to score the second run for the Trappers, who were up 2-0 going into the bottom of the third. But the Sabre Dogs have rallied way out in front of that off-speed pitch. Looks like Trap Pagan might have been sending fastball there.
This is a guy that grinds. I mean, he's been having incredible at-bats this entire series. It's been frustrating to watch again just because you want your pitcher to do well, and then you have a guy like this at the plate who's running up that pitch count.
You've got 3 for 9 in the series for Tyler Trap Pagan. The 1-1 pitch. It's called strike 2. A nice looking slider there. Comes back, started near the hip and able to pinpoint that low and outside corner. So the count 1-2.
It's very encouraging seeing the shadows come into play on the field now because maybe our dugout will be covered soon.
Oh, I bet it's bad down there. 1-2, and that one is just nubbed off the hands. Will drift into shallow right field, and Delanoy will call it off and make the catch for out number 2.
So my parents corrected me yesterday after I was on air. I said it was only like 95 in Arkansas. Apparently it was like a heat index of like 115.
I heard it was terrible.
It's today, it's even worse.
Back in Oklahoma, I have some friends that are staying there over the summer, and they were like, oh my God, dude, I have to work at Academy today, and it's the middle of the day. Well, he has to go and be the one to like deliver stuff to people's cars.
No.
It's like when they have the curbside stuff. And like when someone buys a trampoline or a basketball hoop, he's the one who has to haul it out there. Cy Prop's first pitch swing comes up empty on a changeup there in the dirt, so the count 0-1.
That's
I know it's bad. The heat wave, for sure. We're feeling the effects of it today.
Yeah, we definitely are. I mean, as a ballpark ops guy, setting up a bunch of stuff around the field, doing inflatables, not very fun.
The 0-1 pitch. One is fouled straight back. 0-2 the count now. Ty, you talked to me earlier today after being on the air yesterday, and you're like, I kind of got coached up on how to assist on the air, when I should speak, kind of the things that I should say. And I'd say, I'm seeing it now firsthand. Ty, you're improving game to game. 0-2 just chopped foul, barely staying alive.
I like to think that I'm a quick learner. I mean, there's always going to be some you can always learn from something. So
Definitely.
I mean, no matter what, like I'll probably text Zach Keenan again. Shout out Zach Keenan for KMOT up in Minot. He gave us some really good pointers yesterday to kind of coach us through everything.
You're doing great. We'll have to see if I give Drew Fiddler a chance after yesterday.
I think you should personally.
I probably will. The 0-2 pitch, and that one is rocketed on the ground to third. It takes a bounce over Wilms' glove and into left field for a base hit. So that is the second hit of the evening for Cy Probst.
There's the biggest difference between playing natural surfaces and playing on turf all summer.
That
I mean, you just get those weird hops.
Bounce.
Yeah, it did.
Absolutely nothing that Ben Wilms could even do about that at third.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there up on you. I mean, you're thinking it's right there. It hits the lip, and it jumps right up to near you in your chin.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM Pier. Seatbelts save lives, so please buckle up every time. First pitch swinging, Colton Yanish comes up empty for strike 1.
Good first pitch slider there from Reed, getting back into it.
Yanish 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Coach Jamie said that he would be willing to make subs during the middle part of this game. The 0-1 pitch, that's called strike 2. So I'm kind of surprised to see Yanish still out there and not have him go to either Barraza or Hoke off the bench.
It's nice. I appreciate, as a baseball fan, seeing all these new guys.
0-2 pitch, and that's a called strike 3. So Yanish goes down on 3 pitches, goes down for the 3rd time in the game. And so we are through 4.5 innings, still tied up at 2. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. No. This is alternative.
No.
Ty? No. So I was going to ask you if you could assist me with this Name That Tune, but I don't think you'll be any help.
We'll see. Probably not.
No, I don't think
I thought it was going to be country, but
Nope. Not the case. Heather,
stumped us.
you got me again. I don't know. When it's a song that I haven't heard before on the air for the first time, I just don't keep it in my brain. It's in one ear and right out the other.
That one felt like a very normal basic intro. Like like we were saying yesterday with the rock songs. I mean, all the riffs in the very beginning sound kind of similar.
So I know this song. It's called No Rain. Like, I've heard the song, and when I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know this song,
Okay.
but I never knew the name.
I gotcha. Doing a lot better than I did because I no clue. I was in the wrong genre.
I'm kind of slumping today in that department. I think I'm 5-3.
Oh, you were undefeated yesterday, weren't you?
I know.
Yikes.
Bottom of the 5th, tied up at 2. Caleb Hay back out there. First pitch to Luis Pelayo is in there for a called strike 1.
Hey, Ryan, I will say something just because I'm on air. It is Pelayo.
Okay.
But totally fine.
I've said it both ways. I've said it both ways. I've heard it pronounced both
You're
ways.
Good. You're totally fine. I just remember, I think it was Keenan. I think he was
1-1 pitch.
He was telling us that
outside.
It was that we should correct it, but it's not.
No, I agree.
It's not a big deal.
Here's my thing, and I've said this the entire year. If there's anything that I ever mess up with, either where someone goes to school, that one is slapped foul to the left side. If there's anything that I mess up, I always want to know firsthand, so that way I can fix it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you got to do.
Yeah.
For up until about probably a week ago, I'd pronounced it Pelayo.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know why I decided to change it, and that one nearly hits him.
Felt something
that
new,
front
something
foot.
different.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, with Kasheva, I had no idea how to pronounce that. I'm so glad that you took that over for me yesterday because I would have butchered that very badly.
I should have let you. Just belly flop when trying to pronounce that.
That spelling doesn't work for that pronunciation. That shouldn't be right.
So we have a full count here. Luis Pelayo. Yep.
There we go.
And the pitch. Now
See,
it's
we're
fouled
both quick
straight
learners.
back. Look at that.
So proud of us.
Pelayo has walked in both of his at-bats here in this game. So technically still 0 for 0. A chance to walk in all 3. And he calls a quick time. So, Ty, I guess I got to get your input now. The uniform combo.
Okay.
Are you a fan or are you not a fan? Payoff pitch. That misses. That is walk number 3 for Luis Pelayo.
I absolutely love all of our uniforms. My favorite combo that we've done this season is we have the navy hat that we're wearing right now, and then we have navy jersey with the powder pants. That's a very
I love
clean
that
look.
combo
Okay.
too.
So you just don't like how the red goes with the powder?
Right.
Okay.
That's all it is. That's all
fair.
it is.
I mean, I can understand that.
Separately, yeah.
What if
separately it's there?
Instead of having navy numbers, what if they were powder numbers? Would that fix it for you?
I'd have to see it, but
Have
maybe.
to see it? Okay.
But maybe. Even if you flipped it around.
Oh yeah, powder on red. I
don't know.
That would be gross.
I don't want to see it.
That would
I don't
not be fun to see.
I'd want to try and see it. Delanoy squares to bunt, pops it up in foul ground. Hunter Brown in pursuit cannot get there.
I will say that is the first time I've ever seen Hunter Delanoy square around a bunt.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. Delanoy 1 for 11 in this series.
He's been a great hitter all season.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe he came in, was it second place for MVP votes for the season or something like that? And he's just been struggling at the plate. I mean, he's that kind of guy where he gets one barrel on a ball and it's going to be a game changer.
He just is one of those on-base machines, base hit machines, drives it into the gaps. We have a called time. Delanoy has 2 home runs on the season as well.
Yeah, so he's been a very consistent line drive singles hitter, which, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You'd love to have that kind of guy at the top of your lineup.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he just keeps things rolling.
Especially to follow up Pelayo,
Exactly.
who gets on base a lot. It's a great pairing, 1-2. And the pitch, and there's a called strike, a fastball in the outside corner.
Our 1 through 5, whenever they're on, they are scary to watch. Because, I mean, that's Pelayo, Delanoy, Newbert, Monroe, then Barlow. I mean, it just doesn't get much easier going through those guys.
0-2 the count, nobody out, bottom of the 5th, 2-2 our score, runner on first. And the pitch, this is in the dirt, goes with the changeup there. We'll see if we get a slider now maybe from Caleb Hay.
It's the right idea, trying to get him chase 0-2, change up in the dirt.
When
Even try and get him to ground out to second.
And when he can spot that slider, in a 2-strike count. It is very lethal. The 1-2, and it goes fastball, and it's sliced foul out of play.
There are not much more harder pitches to hit than the back foot slider. It's really embarrassing when you swing and then it actually hits your foot. That's not a very fun thing to deal with when you get in the dugout.
I don't know.
Teammates razzing you.
I don't know why, but when I picture that back door or that disappearing back foot slider, I always just picture it being Cody Bellinger swinging and missing.
Well, he does that a lot.
Yeah, he does. The 1-2 pitch hit on the ground to second. Could be 2. Seagraves takes the out at second, and there's no throw to first.
Probably
So cut down the lead runner. So 1 away here, bottom of the 5th inning. Delanoy grounds into a fielder's choice. That brings up Ben Newbert. Ben Newbert rocking the man bun.
Yeah, okay, so I will say I'm a big fan of the man bun. So my brother, he actually has long hair, and I used to call him Mulan whenever he would put it up in a bun, and he didn't really appreciate it. But I like the man bun look. There's a certain type of person that has to wear it.
So to answer the quick question in my YouTube chat, championship series, yes, our season being cut short by about a month. We had 2 teams leave, and so we're having our best-of-5 championship series right now. So if the Sabre Dogs win this game tonight, they are championship owners in the Expedition League. And
back-to-back.
It'll be back-to-back, as that one is hit on at the end of the bat. A broken bat, and it falls into shallow left field anyway. Sacrificed the dovetail bat for a single. I guess you'll take that exchange any day of the week.
Absolutely, especially with how this series has gone with him. I mean, Ben got so unlucky yesterday. He absolutely barreled the ball up to right field, and unfortunately got thrown out at first, trying to go back with some base running miscues. But I mean, if we keep getting him get hits like that, it's gonna be fun.
And Dr. Dude as well has a great question, one that I don't really know. Who knows what that will be? I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
all right.
That's kind of up in the air.
Chris Monroe up here now, 2 runners aboard. First pitch, fastball misses inside, so the count 1-0.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that in Minot next year there will be a Northwoods team. So there will still be baseball in Minot, which would be great, especially for that community, because I mean, that's a community that can actually rally around baseball.
100%. 1-0 pitch. That one misses inside as well. Caleb Hay in a little bit of a jam here. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 5th inning, tied at 2, looking to keep this thing tied up. Chris Monroe has other ideas. 2-0 pitch, goes fastball, hit on the ground, into the shift. Seagraves taps on the bag for 1, and the throw to cross the diamond to first is in time. So that is a 4-3 double play into the shift to end the inning. That is the 3rd double play the Sabre Dogs have grounded into in 5 innings here. We'll take a quick break and come back for the top of the 6th. Still tied up at 2 here in Game 3 of our League Championship Series on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back into Hyde Stadium, top of the 6th inning, tied up at 2. Ty, I assume that this is a song that you knew.
No chance.
What?
No, I didn't. I mean, I heard it a little bit. I completely forgot that we were supposed to be doing that, so I was just like halfway
I'll
listening.
get you this time. Pillow Talk by Zayn.
Okay. If I heard a little bit more of it, I mean, it's so hard, like, actually hearing it just for the melodics of it.
I'm usually really good about that. It's just like 80s and 90s rock that is my weakness.
That's fair. I mean, if you put any rap on there, I'm sure I could probably get it, but
I'd have no chance.
no chance.
No shot. Unless it's like a super popular song.
That's understandable. So what's your favorite genre then?
Alternative.
Alternative? Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Alternative. We were listening to Weezer in the car when we were
Yes.
driving around Pier.
Say it ain't so. Wait, we will get copyright strike for saying that, will I?
On
For
the air?
screaming, or for like
No.
singing it? Okay, cool. I just want
No.
to make sure. It's YouTube,
No,
so you
won't
never
get-
know.
You won't get copyrighted.
It is YouTube.
Nah. Andrew Beavers will lead off this top of the 6th. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Okay. All right.
I guess so.
Hey, you know what? That's fine.
At least they're consistent.
The 1-0 pitch goes off speed, and there's a called strike in, I guess, around the same spot that first pitch
Yeah,
was.
I don't know how that was any different.
We
than
just
the
can't
first
question
pitch.
it. You just
Yeah.
can't question it. That's the
Apparently we can't, but we'll see. It's fine. I'll just complain later when I leave the booth.
1-1 pitch, and that one is rocketed into
Oh, what
left
a
center
beast.
field.
Nice
On the
beast.
move, Paleo, and he will not get there. That's extra bases for Andrew Beavers to lead off to 6th. Cruz is into second, standing up. And there is a leadoff double. The Trappers may be in business here. I am really surprised that Luis Pelayo could not get there.
Yeah, he's really good at ranging, and that's just that was a great hit ball right there by number 7. I believe now we have Tyler Elliott down in the pen loosening up, so hopefully we can get Reed through this inning and get Tyler out there next inning or something like that, but we'll just have to see how this goes. Hopefully Reed can settle down.
That was hit number 7 for the Trappers. They have that go-ahead run now in scoring position with nobody out. Garrett Arnold now. Arnold 0 for 2 here in this one. The corner infield spots are playing up on the grass. Middle infield playing back in their typical positions. First pitch goes with that backdoor slider that we've been talking about, and it misses.
Something you haven't seen a lot during this summer, which totally makes sense because these guys are just trying to get out here and get better. You haven't seen a lot of small ball from any teams, really, that I've seen.
The 1-0 pitch, and that one misses. For my YouTube comments, Jeff, I can't make any comments on that. But for Valerie, some of the players are trying to figure out where they want to go after this league concludes. You know, it's kind of a scramble.
Yeah, I believe we do have a couple of guys that will be continuing to play.
That one misses for ball 3. So 3-0 the count. Garrett Arnold, the Trappers' designated hitter.
We do have a couple of guys that will be still playing after this season or this series is over with. So it's nice that we're still going to be able to have guys getting their names out there and all that kind of stuff. Because
100%.
like Reed Butts, who just recently signed to University of Arts and Sciences.
The 3-0 pitch, and there's a called strike. So teammates now with Will Hoke and with Luis Pelayo.
Yeah, so I believe Luis is out of eligibility.
Is he?
I think so. I mean, that's the case for a lot of guys on our team, the majority of the guys on our team. And, I mean, you can hate Coach Kieran all you want for him recruiting those guys, but, I mean, if they're allowed to play in this league, why don't you go after them?
His game plan was very clearly to try and help get guys pro contracts. 3-1 pitch,
Exactly.
rocketed into right center field. Martinez on the move, in the gap, makes the catch. Beavers will tag from second. He will make it in there easily.
And that's what people don't realize is Coach Kieran did this for the players. This isn't to boost his record. I mean, he's already doing great things down at Bismarck State. He doesn't need anything else to really boost the resume. He's just trying to get these guys that he knows deserves to play a few more years.
I heard people talking about, you know, the connections that he has in the
Yes,
Indie League,
yes.
you know, and a couple of guys have even gotten contracts from your
Yes,
team this
exactly.
season,
So like Cam Willman, one of the first guys, and then we also have Jacob Wesselman, who signed to Grand City or Grand Junction,
Yeah.
Grand Junction, and they're doing great up there right now. I'm really happy for them. They were great to hang out with and talk to while they were here.
So Hunter Brown now up there. That go-ahead run on third base with 1 out. Infield playing in on the grass. First pitch, Hunter Brown takes it below the zone for ball 1. We are tied at 2 here in the top of the 6th inning. 1 away. Trappers looking to take a 3-2 lead. They'll either need a sac fly, a base hit, a ground ball through that infield playing up. 1-0 pitch misses in the dirt on a changeup, or even maybe a passed ball.
Yeah, anything, really just anything deep in the outfield is could definitely score. I mean, I know he can fly out there on third.
2-0 the count. Reed Butts standing completely in a shadow there across the diamond. 2-0 pitch, fouled straight back.
Really nice right there by Reed to get back in the count and get clipped back in there.
Reed Butts has thrown 96 pitches here in this outing. Gone 5 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, and 7 strikeouts. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Blew the fastball by him. So quickly now the count 2-2, and Hunter Brown needs to shorten up and just try and put something in play here. Don't want to go down on strikes in this situation.
I mean, I'd be a fan of that.
The 2-2 goes off speed and it's fouled back off the corner of the cage, and that one will drift for some kids down there in foul ground. Up for grabs.
I do have since you've been asking me a lot of questions on air, I have one for you.
Okay.
So what's been your favorite social media post from this season?
From you guys?
Yes. Are you allowed to say?
I probably am. I just need to think about it for a second. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Reed Butts, it's a strikeout of Hunter Brown in his first at-bat off the bench. And now there are 2 away. It will be up to Maddox Mueller to try and drive in a run here with 2 away. It is worth noting that 5 of the 7 runs the Trappers have scored in this championship series have come with 2 outs.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously I feel a little bit better having 2 outs right there, and I believe in Reed that he can be nails. It's just with y'all's approach to 2 strikes, I don't know. There's something different that y'all are doing.
First pitch misses up at the letters for ball 1. We'll have to see if this is Reed Butts' last inning. About to throw pitch number 100. As you mentioned, some action in the bullpen as well for the Sabre Dogs.
Yes, we have Tyler Elliott down there right now. He pitched game 1, struggled a little bit, but didn't do too bad. Got through the inning.
1-0 pitch, and that one is popped up into shallow center field. Martinez on the move. Barlow also there. Will ultimately be Martinez, who makes the catch a couple of feet from the infield for out number 3. So for the Trappers, after getting Andrew Beavers to third with just 1 out, unable to cash him in. We'll take a quick break, still tied up at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Quickly getting late here in this game 3. Might have quite a finish coming our way. We'll
it's
come
going
back.
by quick.
It sure is. Oh my gosh, you can't. Okay, I can't believe you just said that. We'll come back and talk about why after this quick commercial break on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. There you go. Now you know this one,
Oh,
Ty,
definitely know this one. Absolutely.
Imagine it, Dragon.
This was like my walk-up song when I was 10 years old. It went crazy.
Let's go.
It was awesome.
We are tied up at 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game 3 of our best-of-5 Expedition League Championship Series. If the Trappers can win this one, they will force a Game 4. If the Sabre Dogs win it, that will be the end of the season. Jake Barlow will lead things off. And now, Ty, now that I have some time, I have to address what you said in that last half inning.
I
That one's
apologize.
fouled off.
I'm so sorry. I don't know the proper etiquette.
Ty delivered the famous last words, the announcer's jinx, commenting on how quickly or not quickly this game might be going by. And so I'll give you a quick story on when I first learned how bad the jinx is. That one is hit foul to the left side as well, account 0-2. This is when I was in the press box at O'Brate Stadium for Oklahoma State.
Yep.
This is when I was a freshman. I'm in the press box. One of my friends also credentialed for that game.
Yeah.
We're rolling in the game, right? Like, it's the 6th inning, and it's been like an hour and 40 minutes. That one's spiked in the dirt. So that is ball 1. So my friend, Mr. Ben Hutchins, decides to say, this game's moving pretty quick.
Oh, no. So just basically what I said.
We basically were there for another 2.5 hours.
Oh, no.
We had like 7 pitching changes after that.
Oh,
we had,
I can't do that.
yeah, no, we had weather getting our way as well. It was terrible. 1-2 check swing, and he went around for strike 3.
I think that was called on the pitch. It wasn't on the swing.
Either way, he went around anyway.
Yeah, he did. He did. Even on the appeal, it would have been called out. But
that is Caleb Hayes' first strikeout of the outing. So now 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. I actually got a text as well from my producer, Heather Williams, in all caps. Why did he do that? I don't want to be here all night.
Heather, I am so sorry. Pressure me. I don't either. I literally, as soon as this is over with, I have to go to Sioux Falls.
First pitch fouled off by Wilms.
Because we had to check out of our hotel at 11 a.m. today.
That's fun.
Yeah, super exciting to learn that yesterday.
So what happens? What happens if my Trappers pull out this Game 3 victory?
That
and
is.
You guys have to stay here another night. 0-1, check swing. Doesn't matter. It's a called strike 2 anyway.
That's up to a higher power in the league.
Here's my thing. You know what? Maybe you guys just stay at the that motel we drove by.
No chance, dude. No chance.
Or the apartment complex that's heading down near where I live here.
Scary.
0-2 pitch. Swung on and just fouled back. The crowd starting to get into it here.
It must be the beer batter inning or whatever it is for y'all.
Ah, it is. Yeah, okay. I just got confirmation that it is.
I knew there was some reason why everybody was cheering with 2 strikes.
Let's see if Caleb Hay can pick out his 2nd strikeout of the inning. The 0-2 hit in the air on the infield. Andrew Beavers makes the catch for out number 2.
No beer.
No beer.
No beer.
Oh,
so
man.
There's a guy on our team. His name's Jorge Olega, and he lives for moments like these whenever batters have 2 strikes. Because if they, no matter what, if they get out or as long as they don't strike out, he'll yell, "No beer, no beer," and it's the funniest thing, dude.
Oh my goodness. Brian Watson, before you retracted the message, said you guys are doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Neil.
I don't know if you retracted that because we all of a sudden aren't doing a great job, but I don't know. First pitch to Delgado. There's a called strike 1 on a fastball.
To Neil, I want to say you're welcome, and also I want to thank you for allowing us to come over to your house and along with the team and get some of that really good food, dude. That was some of the best food I've had.
What was it?
Got some brisket. We had barbecue beans with bacon in it.
0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
I felt like I was at
again,
home.
back in it. Oh yeah. Delgado 1 for 2 in this game, has that 2-out RBI base hit that was back in the 4th inning that tied us. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, nobody on base. Caleb Hay looking for his 2nd strikeout of the inning, and the pitch spikes it in the dirt.
Right idea right there, trying to get Delgado to chase, but good eye from Seth. That's one thing, he doesn't swing at very many pitches outside of the zone. He has a very good eye at the plate.
1-2 the count, Caleb Hay from the windup, and the pitch. Misses high, ball 2. Come on. Come on, Seth, give the crowd what they want.
If he strikes out, that's $2 off a beer?
I think so.
Noted.
Give them what they want.
Good to know. For anybody wondering, yes, we are 21.
Well,
yeah,
I'm not.
Forget.
The 2-2 pitch, now one is popped up into straightaway center field. Trapphagen battling the sun, moves over into the gap. Still on the move and makes the catch for out number 3. So that will end the 6th inning. We'll have, I guess we'll allow for Drew Fiddler to have the top of the 7th, but you don't get the bottom of the 7th because you jinxed it last time. You were bad luck. You'll get this next half inning when we come back. Ty, I appreciate it as always.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, dude.
Fantastic. I saw the adjustments, being a fantastic analyst.
Thank you.
Great work. We're tied up at 2. Let's take a quick break and head to the 7th inning here in Game 3 on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back into the ballpark here. Hyde Stadium is the name. Baseball is the game. The Expedition League Championship Series, Game 3 going on here. Tyler Elliott, the new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs, in this 2-2 tie in the top of the 7th inning. We had Ty Barrett sub out, and I guess we have Drew Fiddler with us here. It's just my running joke that I don't like having you on.
It is great to be back. I am excited.
Sounds great. When you were on in last game, that was when your guys put up that 5 spot, and ultimately that was the deciding factor in the game, was which we would later come to find out.
I was out even before the inning ended.
I know, and right after I kicked you out, they recorded that final out of the inning.
They did.
Hey, just is what it is. So after tonight's game, are you heading out as well?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm going to head back to Minot, and I'm going to be working for the Minot Mini Toros up there.
All right.
For the next week or so.
Need to get the rest of your internship hours, right?
Yes. I need about 75 more.
That's crazy. When you told me that earlier, I was like, how many hours do you need?
Yeah, 405.
Oh, my goodness. That's insane. That is unreal. Trevor Seagraves will lead off the top of the 7th inning. Again, Tyler Elliott, the new pitcher. He pitched back in Game 1, went 1 inning, walked a batter, did not give up any runs or any hits. First pitch, swing and a miss, changes up the speeds on Trevor Seagraves. So the count 0-1.
I'm glad the shade is hitting Delgado now. He was getting a little warm in that catching gear.
I feel bad for all catchers at all times, and so when it's hot outside, it makes it that much worse. The 0-1 pitch bounces in the dirt.
My oldest brother, Ty, shout out to Ty, he was a catcher. He played for the Regis University in Colorado.
Okay. You know, I think I felt even worse for Mr. Delgado during the Jorts game when he was catching and he had the straps rubbing up against the back of his knee. Just awful. I couldn't even, nope. He even had that knee wrapped halfway through the game. That one is rocketed into straightaway center field, but Martinez barely has to move, and the catch is made for out number 1. Pretty good ride there from Trevor Seagraves, who going into that at-bat was 1 for 2, make it now 1 for 3. Solid contact, and as he walks back to the dugout, has some words for his teammate Preston Lau, the leadoff man, who is back up now for the 4th time. He is 1 for 3 in this game. Seagraves, not sure what he is saying, probably giving some intel to his team about what he saw from Tyler Elliott there in that first at-bat. Dude, it always is so nerve-wracking when you've got a close game, late innings. You guys haven't seen many of those.
No, we have not.
First pitch called, a strike on a high fastball. You guys only lost 1 game out of, what, 32, 33 now?
32 now. Coming into this
31
game,
and 1?
31 and 1, yep.
That's crazy.
28 in a row, 29 in a row maybe?
Yeah, I think it's 28.
It's a lot of W's.
The 0-1 pitch. Owens rocketed into right field as well. Delanoy on the move. It will be Martinez ultimately who tracks it down and crashes into the wall in the process. Looked like it would be Delanoy's baseball. But instead, Martinez, those long legs, kind of has that Aaron Judge stature. Had to track that one down deep in the gap for out number 2.
One thing I will say about Eddie Martinez is he will make an easy play look flashy. He'll do it every time.
Well, you saw him make the catch, take a few steps, and take a quick jump into the wall. Just checking to make sure that those the wooden planks in the outfield are reinforced. Tyler Trapphagen up there now, 1 for 3, scored a run. Back in the top of the 3rd. The Trappers took an early lead in this one, 2-0 in the top of the 3rd, but since then, the Sabre Dogs rallied to tie it. First pitch, that one misses outside.
Going back to the that Jorts game, I remember we told the players they could wear sliding pants and leggings and stuff, and I think 2 players did.
I would have for
Seth.
sure done that. 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, ball 2.
Seth was not one of them, and he is a trooper for that.
I can't believe it. His knees had to have been in shambles after that game was over.
Definitely.
2-0 the count. 2 outs, top of the 7th, tied at 2. Nobody aboard after 2 flyouts to start the inning from Trevor Seagraves and Preston Lau. 2-0 pitch, misses high, ball 3.
A lot of 2s going around here.
Whole lot of 2s. Cy Probst is on deck. He is 2 for 3 here in this one. His first start as a Trapper after transferring over from the Ragin' Roosters. Wanted to be a part of this championship series. We'll see if he gets an opportunity here. The 3-0 pitch. That's gonna miss low for ball 4, and you see a shrug of the shoulders there from Tyler Elliott saying, where did that one miss? That was above the knees. That looked like it was right down the middle. You're killing me.
You never know with these guys.
The Trappers will take that, though. Tyler Traphagen, now you've got some speed on the bases. And that does give Cy Probst an opportunity. 2 hits in this game. 2 of the 7 hits for the Trappers.
How far do you think it is from home plate to the Boys and Girls Club out there?
We've actually mapped it out. It's about, what, 490, I think? 495, like to the top of the roof.
Yeah. That is a long ways.
It sure is. First pitch. That's a called strike. Catches the inside part of the plate. So Reed Butt's day done after 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, and 8 strikeouts. He will have a no decision here in this one, exiting in a tie game.
Not a bad day from Reed.
No, not at all. Traphagen on the move. Now one is chopped high on the infield. This will be a tough play. Barlow fields and throws to first in time for out number 3. That was a heck of a play from Jake Barlow. That ball was chopped one hop, and it flew probably about 60 feet into the air, and everyone on that infield had to just wait for it to come down.
They almost all collided at the ball.
It looked like it might have been headed that way, but Barlow was able to make a play and make the throw to first in time to end the top of the 7th. And I'm not taking any chances, so during the 7th inning stretch, while we are staying here to hear John Hunt do the singing, Drew, you're taking the headset off, man. I hope you respect my decision. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And here's John Hunt.
If they don't win, it's a shame. Let's say loud, and it's 1, 2, 3 strikes or out at the old ball game. I don't think you were playing loud enough. I think we need to do it one more time. Me out
One for round 2.
Double feature.
I'll unmute you, Tom.
We got a double feature going on.
Let's do it.
I mean, I guess if the inning's still going on, as long as he's not doing it during the inning.
I don't care if I ever get back, so let's
Sabre
Hey,
dogs.
I'm going to cut your mic, Ty. There we go. We had a double feature for our Take Me Out to the Ball game. 7th inning stretch. We are tied up at 2. I've got Ty Barrett back again for one more half inning. So, you know,
Yeah, I'm
glad to see
excited
you
for
back.
it, dude. Happy to be back here. I mean, yesterday was the first time I've ever been on air doing anything like this, and feel a lot better today getting all those keywords of advice from Zach Keenan.
They're paying off. Eddie Martinez will lead off the inning. The lanky center fielder for the Sabre Dogs.
Here, Ryan, I'm gonna post this on your my Snapchat story.
And yes, Valerie, in our YouTube comment section, I'm glad that you were able to read that and understand a little bit better what we've got going on here. Caleb Hay, he has thrown 94 pitches. The 95th runs in the dirt for ball 1. Martinez has a double to his credit in this game and a run scored.
Yeah, so we were actually supposed to be playing Northern Iowa for the first time this season at home today.
Man.
So that's whenever
1-0 pitch. There's a called strike.
that was
Fastball runs in there.
like I said yesterday, that was the only team we never got to see, and I was really looking forward to meeting those guys because literally everybody from every team, I mean, everybody's been so nice in this league.
The Trappers right now would be near the end stretch as the 1-1 pitch is rocketed into center field. That gets down
boy
for a
Eddie.
leadoff base hit. Martinez again showing that exit velo off the bat. That is his 2nd hit of the game. He is making that cooking gesture at first. He's cooking, leading off the bottom of the 7th with a base hit.
He's had a great game so far. He's one of the guys that we've really been waiting to break out. I mean, there's no better time than Game 3 of the Expedition League Championship Series. I mean, that he had that double earlier. He's been making every single play from foul pole to foul pole, basically.
Alex Crouch here with runner on board, squares to bunt, but pulls it back, and it's called ball 1 anyway. Yeah, right now we would have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 more games after today. 6 more games in a row to end our 25 games in 25 days stretch.
That sounds rough.
Yeah, good thing that didn't happen.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch, squares to bunt, gets that one down. Caleb Hay has to field near the first base line, and he will just tag out Alex Crouch. But that does the job and advances Martinez into scoring position. So now the Sabre Dogs have that go-ahead run 180 feet away from scoring with 1 away, and now you're in a dangerous spot. If you're Caleb Hay, you've got Luis Pelayo, Hunter Delanoy, and Ben Newbert looming.
Of course, it's pretty much as soon as I say there's not a lot of small ball that's been played this summer. We get to play that right there, moving the runner over.
Pelayo, 3 walks in this game in all 3 of his plate appearances. First pitch this time, bounces in the dirt for ball 1.
I wouldn't want to pitch to Louis either, not going to lie. Being honest,
I would not.
He is
either.
a dangerous hitter.
Coming into this game, Luis Pelayo was a Trappers killer, 525 average, 21 hits, 4 home runs, which is all 4 that he has had this season, 16 RBI, 17 runs scored.
It's not a bad stat line.
Not too shabby. 1-0 pitch. That one is hit on the ground right back to Caleb Hay as well. He'll try to take the out at third, and they will get it. Coach Kieran is upset. I think that he should be more upset about the fact that Martinez ran on that one, because probably not a baseball that you should run on there. Martinez gunned down at third, so now 2 away in the bottom of the 7th.
It's huge for the Pure Trappers getting that play right there, getting the go-ahead run out at third.
Heads-up awareness from Caleb Hay, fielding that one right back to him and just taking that out at third. So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, tied up at 2. Luis Pelayo is on first. Hunter Delanoy at the plate. He is 0 for 3 in this game.
Need him to come up big here. He's been struggling a little bit ever since this series started. But I mean, like I was saying earlier, he's that guy that we really want to have at the plate right now. He can do some serious damage.
Caleb Hay from the stretch now. Still out there. First pitch. Runs in there for a called strike 1. If Caleb Hay can get out of this inning unscathed, we would go to the 8th inning in a tie ball game.
Hasn't happened very often with this team, but I do like our chances if it does go to a derby.
Yeah, I think a derby is probably the thing that the Trappers would want to avoid. 0-1 pitch, and that one is popped up to left field. Maddox Mueller on the move. It's slicing away, and he makes the catch on the run for out number 3. So after the leadoff base hit and Martinez was on second, he's gunned down at third, and then Delanoy pops up into shallow left field, and we will go to the 8th inning, tied up at 2. Ty, I think that you're probably going to go downstairs and enjoy the rest of this game from the dugout. Is that right?
Yes, I'll probably see if I can get some shots. I mean, especially with a game this close, social media is going to go crazy.
It sure is. Go have fun with that. Thank you for joining me, and let's have a fun ending here and let the better team win.
Yes, sir. Hopefully see you in a few.
Hopefully.
All right.
Sounds good. And we'll take a quick break and head to the top of the 8th. 2-2 is our score here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back into Hyde Stadium. We have a tie ball game heading to the 8th inning. That was 1985 by Bowling for Soup on our Name That Tune segment that me and my producer Heather Williams have, our little mini game we've got between half innings. Will Hoke will stride in and take his first at-bat of the game. He is pinch hitting for Colton Yanish, who is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And he is facing Tyler Elliott, who is back out there once again. He needed just 11 pitches to get out of the 7th inning. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. And if you're wondering what the stakes are in this game, if the Trappers lose, their season is over. The 1-0 pitch bounces in the dirt for ball 2. If the Sabre Dogs win here, they will claim their 2nd Expedition League championship in a row, and they will end up sweeping the best of 5 against the Trappers. But if the Trappers can win it, they will extend their season and push us to a game 4. 2-0 fastball pumps in there. You can hear the pop of the catcher's mitt on that one. So the count 2-1. Ryan Breeden here in the press box, back running a solo crew. We'll see if that stays that way for the rest of this one. The 2-1 pitch, fastball misses outside for ball 3. Now would be a great time for a leadoff base runner if you're the Trappers. Andrew Beavers on deck. Garrett Arnold to follow. Elliott, the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and just fouled straight back, so the count now full at 3-2. This is Elliott's 2nd appearance of this championship series. He has pitched 2 scoreless innings in his time on the mound here at Hyde. In the ELCS, Expedition League Championship Series. The payoff pitch, and that one is fouled back once again. Hoke initially had the night off tonight. Of course, though, you knew that that would not stand. He would get an at-bat at some point here in this one. He is too good of a hitter not to. Coach Jamie Haviger said he wanted to get the guys who hadn't seen much action the last few games, wanted to get them some championship action. 3-2 pitch, and now it's hit on the ground to short. Alex Crouch bounces off his chest, and it leaks into center field. And that is a leadoff base runner for Will Hoke. Again, seeing the nasty bounces that this infield presents. And so Will Hoke reaches safely. And now we'll have a mound visit from Coach Michael Kieran. And I think that we will have a pitching change. Looks like Tyler Elliott's night is over. He goes just a little over 1 inning, throws 17 pitches, and then allows Will Hoke to reach safely to lead off the top of the 8th after a misplay at shortstop on a bad bounce. And so we'll take a quick break and come back for the pitching change, and we will resume here for the top of the 8th. 2-2 our score here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. So welcome back after our pitching change here in the top of the 8th inning. That was Toxic by Britney Spears playing in our Name That Tune. So add another one to my correct tally. Marco Ozuna, the new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs. He pitched last night in the 9th inning to close out that Game 2 victory for the Sabre Dogs. He pitched one inning and needed just 17 pitches to do it. Struck out all 3 batters as well. So he comes in here after that leadoff base runner, Will Hoke, reached safely on a misplay at shortstop. And so Will Hoke, who was initially supposed to be on first, is pinch run for by Jackson Mix. And Andrew Beavers is now up there. 2-2 our score, top of the 8th inning. Runner on first, nobody out. Andrew Beavers at the plate. First pitch misses outside. So the count 1-0. Beavers 1 for 3 here in this one. Ozuna, a lot of velocity behind the fastball. The 1-0 pitch, and there it is. You see that fastball in there in the zone for a called strike 1. The one thing with Ozuna, you know, he has the velo, and you would worry about the control for someone who has that velocity, but he only has 3 walks on the season. Corner infield's playing in. Ozuna taking his time, and now will deliver the 1-1, and that misses just at the knees. So the count 2-1. Approaching 9 o'clock here. 8 hits for the Trappers, 5 hits for the Sabre Dogs. That go-ahead run on first. The 2-1 pitch misses for ball 3. Garrett Arnold on deck. He is 0 for 3 in this one. If Beavers can reach safely here, there will be 2 runners aboard with nobody out in the top of the 8th. The 3-1, and that misses ball 4. So Ozuna comes in and walks the first batter he faces. And that will bring up Garrett Arnold with 2 runners on and nobody out here. Top of inning number 8. Brings up Garrett Arnold. As I mentioned, Arnold hitless in this one. Over the course of the season has been putting up the best quality at-bats, or one of the best quality at-bats of anybody on the team. Leads the team in contact rate. When he gets down to 2 strikes, he has seen the most pitches of any Trapper as well in 2-strike counts. First pitch here, there's a called strike 1. That fastball that has not typically been given the grace from the home plate umpire on that low part of the zone gets the grace there. So he gets ahead in the count 0-1. Jackson Mix on second, Andrew Beavers on first. Ozuna, the 0-1 pitch. So that goes with an off-speed pitch, and Arnold way out in front of that one, the count 0-2. The Trappers have some action in their bullpen. We'll see if Caleb Hay is done or if he gets to go back out there for the bottom of the 8th. Arnold 0 for 7 in this series. Now would be a great time to have your first hit. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Goes with the changeup, dips it by him, and Arnold goes down swinging. So 1 out now here in the top of the 8th. That will bring up Hunter Brown. This is his 2nd at-bat of the game. After subbing in for Colby Rich. He struck out in that 1 at-bat, however. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Tied up at 2. The Trappers need to win to stay alive. First pitch, check swing, and it leaks by, and that allows for both runners to move up. So the changeup skips in and gets between the legs of Delgado, and now all of a sudden the Trappers have the go-ahead run just 90 feet away with 1 out here. And if you're Hunter Brown, just hit a ground ball to the right side of the infield, hit something in the air in somewhat deep outfield, and you might be looking at a late lead for the Trappers. Trevor Seagraves in the dugout screaming up to the fans to try and get them involved. 1-0 the count. Ozuna now working out of the windup and the pitch. There's a called strike one. Ozuna, without a doubt, a strikeout pitcher. Thrives on getting the punch out. Has 20 strikeouts in 10 innings pitched. 1-1, and that one is roped into shallow left field. Pelayo on the move and cannot get there. Base hit, 1 run will score, and the Trappers have the lead in the 8th. Off the end of the bat of Hunter Brown, Pelayo laid out for it and could not get there, and he advances to second as well. Trappers 3, Saber Dogs 2 here in the top of the 8th. This ties the season high for most runs scored by the Trappers in a game against the Saber Dogs. Maddox Mueller up there now. Still just one away here. Infield playing in now. First pitch to Mueller. There's a called strike one. Andrew Beavers on third, Hunter Brown on second. The Trappers looking for a Game 3 victory to keep their season alive. Ozuna delivers the 0-1. Bounces in the dirt, skips off the mask of Delgado, takes a favorable bounce forward, and Beavers has to retreat back to third. Looked like if that one would take a more favorable bounce for Beavers, he probably would have tried to score on the passed ball. Mueller 1 for 3 in this one. Went down on strikes one time. Also has one of the 9 base hits here in this one. The 1-1 pitch. That one just misses for ball 2. So Hunter Brown delivered a base hit just a few moments ago to give the Trappers a lead here in the 8th. They are the away team technically, so it is the top of the 8th. Ozuna takes off his glove, readjusts the hat. Maddox Mueller steps out, and now he will stride back in. Ozuna, the 2-1 pitch, and there's a called strike 2. Trevor Seagraves is on deck. He's 1 for 3 in this one, and unless we get some sort of double play here, he will get an opportunity as well. 2-2 the count. Marco Ozuna. And he will step off. Looked like Maddox Mueller might have got something in his eye as well. We had Trevor Seagraves struggle with some dirt getting into his eye earlier in the game. And it looks like Maddox gets some debris in his eye this time. Looks like he is all good. Hopefully he can see straight. 2-2 the count. 2 runners on, both of them in scoring position. Looking for some insurance. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Mueller goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. And now 2 away here in the top of the 8th, and Seagraves will need to deliver some sort of 2-out magic to extend the Trappers' lead. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7 KGFX FM Pier. When you gamble with safety, you bet your life, so please buckle up. Runners on for second and third. 2 outs. Top of the 8th, Trappers 3, Saber Dogs 2. First pitch to Seagraves. Takes a fastball for strike 1. Marco Ozuna of the Saber Dogs trying to pitch himself out of the jam. And that earned run went to Reed Butts as well. A 1 pitch, check swing, and he went around for strike 2. 0-2 the count. 2 outs, top of the 8th. 1 run in here for the Trappers. They have taken a late lead. Seagraves chokes up on the bat. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses high. The count 1-2 now. Trappers second baseman from Ottawa University in Arizona. 0-2 got him swinging. Seagraves goes down on strikes to end the inning. So the Trappers had a chance to score more than one, but back-to-back strikeouts of Mueller and Seagraves halt that opportunity. But nonetheless, Hunter Brown drives in the go-ahead run for the Trappers, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Suddenly now, your Trappers need just 6 more outs to try and force a Game 4. Let's see if they can do it. But first, let's take a quick break here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back in to Hyde Stadium. We've got some late innings excitement here in Game 3 of our Best of 5 Expedition League Championship Series. For the Name That Tune, that was Story of My Life by One Direction, by the way. So add another one to my tally. It was tied at 2 going to the top of the 8th, and the Trappers, who are technically the away team here in this one, were able to take a lead on an RBI base hit from Hunter Brown. It drove in Jackson Mix. And Caleb Hay is back out there for his 8th inning of work. He's thrown 103 pitches, and he will face Ben Newbert first. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Ryan Breeden here, your voice of the Trappers, as we near the conclusion of this Game 3. The 1-0 pitch, and that one is rocketed into right field, and that will get down for a leadoff single. So the Sabre Dogs, after one swing, have the tying run on base now. Nobody out, and it brings up Chris Monroe. He has been held unusually quiet here in this series. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He has just 2 hits in 10 at-bats. The league leader in home runs, RBI, runs scored. First pitch, fastball on the inside part of the plate, challenges him, and it's taken for strike 1. Monroe, a very good fastball hitter, so I'd be surprised if he were to double up on a fastball, especially a fastball inside. 0-1 pitch, goes with a fastball, but it misses low. So the count 1-1. Jake Barlow is on deck. Will be Seth Delgado to follow. Ben Newbert had a leadoff single to start out this inning, and he is on first base representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1 the count. And the pitch, check swing, and he goes around for strike 2. Monroe just kind of saying, come on, man. So the count 1-2. Monroe still exchanging some words with the home plate umpire. And now Coach Kieran will come in as well. He will chat. trying to signal Monroe over to talk with him, so they'll have a quick meeting after that. Called swinging strike 2 on Chris Monroe. And now he will step back up to the plate. The infield for the Trappers shifted in accordance to the right-handed pull hitter Chris Monroe. 1-2 the count. Caleb Hay, he has just one strikeout, but has only given up 6 hits in 7 innings of work. He's walked 4 batters. 2 runs have scored, but none of them were earned. The 1-2 pitch to Monroe, and that one is hit in the air to straightaway center field. Traphagen on the move, at the track, at the wall, and makes the catch, basically touching the fence for out number 1. That one was a bit scary off the bat. For a second, it looked like Chris Monroe might go ahead and give the Sabre Dogs the lead, but instead, just a long and loud fly out for out number 1. So Newbert on first. Brings up Jake Barlow. He is 1 for 3 here in this one. Has that tying run on first. Barlow is the go-ahead run. First pitch fastball hit on the ground to short. Beavers on a hop, and the throw to second in time for 1. Andrew Beavers has been playing some lights-out defense in the field. Had to get dirty and backhand it and flip it to second for out number 2. So now 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. It was a fielder's choice ground out. Jake Barlow on first. Brings up Seth Delgado. Delgado 1 for 3, has a 2-out RBI base hit back in the 4th. That was 4 innings ago. Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2. Bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch at the knees, taken for strike 1. Would not be shocked to see Caleb Hay try and go a complete game here in this one. He has the Sabre Dogs down to their final 4 outs. The 0-1 pitch bounces in the dirt, 1-1. And at all costs, you want to try and keep Jake Barlow out of scoring position. You don't want there to be a potential for a base hit tying this game. And so I'm sorry, it's not Seth Delgado at the plate. He is on deck. It is Ben Wilms. He's 0 for 3. Point still stands. Delgado, if he gets a chance. 1-1 pitch. Misses, and it skips away. So there you go. Barlow takes second on the passed ball. And now, Sabre Dogs have a runner in scoring position with 2 away. 2-1 the count. Ben Wilms. Caleb Hay needs 1 more out to get us to the 9th inning. Gets set, the 2-1 pitch. Misses high for ball 3. Caleb Hayes walked 4 batters here in this one. This would be walk number 5 if we get ball 4 here. He has thrown 114 pitches. This will be 115. 3-1. Swung on and chopped just foul. But the count now runs full at 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Tying run on second for the Sabre Dogs. The Trappers have a late lead here. Caleb Hay looking for 1 more strike, 1 more out to get us to the 9th inning. We'll see if he can do it here. Facing Ben Wilms. The crowd clapping along. Caleb Hay from the stretch. The payoff pitch swung on and fouled off near the Sabre Dogs dugout, so we will do the 3-2 once again. The Trappers can win here tonight. It will force a game 4 for tomorrow. Here we go. 3-2. Fouled straight back again. Wilms staying alive. A base hit would likely tie the game. Strike 3 or anything else that is not a base hit would probably put the Trappers 3 outs away. Hay looking in for his sign. Gets set. 3-2 the count. And the payoff pitch. Popped up in foul ground. Cy Probst drifting in near the dirt and makes the catch for out number 3. So Wilms pops up in foul territory, and the Trappers are 3 outs away from winning game 3. First, they will need to try and score some more runs in the top of the 9th. We'll take a quick break. Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2 here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. So to the 9th inning we go here. Hyde Stadium. Trappers winning 3-2 here in game 3 of our Expedition League Championship Series. That song, by the way, for our Name That Tune segment, Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani. The Trappers offense looks to score a couple more runs here in the top of the 9th, and if they can do that, even if they can't, they'll have a chance to close it out in the bottom of the 9th. Jacob Griffin will lead things off here, making his first at-bat in this game. Was on the bench, getting the night off. Will lead things off against Marco Ozuna, back out there for his 2nd inning of work. First pitch of the 9th, fired in there for a called strike 1. So another thing to watch as well, Caleb Hay at 118 pitches. I have a feeling he will go back out there for the 9th. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Change up there, had Griffin out in front, and it is always hard to check into a game so late on in the process and try and dial in to have a quality at bat. Tyler Trapphagen on deck. 0-2 pitch, and that's a called strike 3. Fastball, they say that one caught the upper outside corner. Griffin goes down on 3 pitches for out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. And that brings up Tyler Trapphagen. Trapphagen 1 for 3 in this one. He has a walk, a run scored as well. Trapphagen has 3 hits in this series, 2 of them in game 1, and then 1 of them during that 2-run top of the 3rd. Marco Ozuna has struck out 4 batters in an inning and a 3rd. First pitch this time bounces in front of the plate, so the count 1-0. Trapphagen swinging it from the left side. Center fielder today. Ozuna working from the windup. 1-0 the count, and the pitch. Chopped foul, straight back. So the count even at 1-1. If we have a game for tomorrow, that one will start at 5:35. So it'll be an hour earlier start. Need to get there first. 1-1. That one's popped up into left field. Luis Pelayo is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So with 2 away now, that brings up Cy Probst, the Trappers' starting catcher here in this one. Probst 2 for 4, has an RBI, also struck out once. He has 2 RBI here in just a little over a game of work since joining the Trappers after the Roosters disbanded last weekend. First pitch from Ozuna. Runs up and inside, so the count 1-0. The count. And the pitch. Now one is hit on the ground up the middle, and that will get through for a base hit. Hit number 3 for Cy Probst in his first start as a Trapper. Welcome to the team in the biggest game of the season, and he is swinging it better than anybody else here in this one. And that brings up Anthony Barraza, making his first appearance here in this one. Pinch hitting, subbing in for Will Hoke, who subbed in for Colton Yanish. So all 3 of the Trappers' first basemen getting an at-bat here in this game. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2. Runner on first. First pitch, fastball, misses high for ball 1. Well, you can just hear the pop of that mitt. The fastball is violent. Ozuna pitched last night. Through 17 pitches, he has thrown 29 here. This will be number 30. 1-0 pitch, goes off speed, and that misses as well. Looked pretty good on the slider. Did not get the call. Now the home plate umpire has to call time and wipe some dirt out of his eyes as well. Goodness. That infield is showing no mercy for anybody. 2-0 the count. 2 away, top of the 9th. And the pitch. And there's a strike in there on the off speed. The count now 2-1. Slowly eclipsing daylight, or some, I guess, nighttime here. The daylight slowly fading away. Just past 9:15. 2-1 pitch, hit on the ground to third. And that one fielded by Wilms, who makes the strong throw to second in time for out number 3. So here we go. Trappers leading it by 1, and they have the Sabre Dogs down to their final 3 outs. Can they close out game 3? We will see. A lot on the line when we come back here after this break on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back into Hyde Stadium, bottom of the 9th. Trappers leading 3-2. As the away team here in this one, they have a chance to close out the bottom of the 9th. Brady Glenn will be the new pitcher for the Trappers, so a bit of a surprise. Caleb Hay, his night is done. 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned. 1 strikeout and 4 walks. So it is up to the left hand of Brady Glenn to try and close this thing out and take us to a game 4. I would say that a home run derby is probably not in the best interest of these Trappers. When you look at the age comparison, you look at the size comparison, you look at the power comparison. Seth Delgado will lead things off. The Trappers need 3 outs to close out this game 3. Delgado 1 for 3, has an RBI base hit to his credit in this one. So the lefty Brady Glenn. First pitch, that's hit on the ground to third. Hunter Brown fields on a hop. The throw to first, in time, 1 away. The Trappers 2 outs away now from forcing game 4. These Trappers feeling it right now. But now you've got a big out to record here. Eddie Martinez, he is 2 for 2, has a double and a base hit and a run scored. He has not been kept off base in any of his 3 previous at-bats. We'll see if Brady Glenn can potentially do that here. Bottom of the 9th, Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2. 1 out. Need 2 more. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Took something off of that one there and got Martinez swinging right through it. Brady Glenn's first outing as a Trapper was against the Sabre Dogs, and it did not go too well. Got lit up in Minot, but has a chance to erase all of that right here. 0-1 pitch, and that one is popped up into straightaway center field. Traphagen is there, 2 away. The Trappers now need 1 more out to close out game 3. And that will bring up Alex Crouch. Actually, we'll have a pinch hitter here. So it will not be Alex Crouch. Instead, it will be Bradley Harmon, the switch hitting infielder. The Trappers need just 1 more out to close out this game. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, 3-2 the score. Bradley Harmon, the final chance for the Sabre Dogs. First pitch, and that one misses for ball 1. Looked pretty good, but did not get the call. So the count 1-0. Glenn gets set, and the pitch, and that misses as well. That one looked good, but did not get the call there either. So the count 2-0. And if Harmon can reach base safely, it will turn things back over to the top of the order for Luis Pelayo. The 2-0 pitch, and that misses for ball 3. Brady Glenn in danger of a 2-out walk, putting a runner aboard. Would not be ideal. 3-0 the count, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. And the pitch. Takes it all the way for ball 4. So the tying run is on base for the Sabre Dogs, looking for a 2-out rally, and it will be Luis Pelayo. Pelayo 0 for 1 in this game, has walked 3 times. He has 2 home runs here in this Expedition League Championship Series. And we'll have a pinch runner. So Bradley Harmon subs in with 2 outs, gets that walk, and now he will be relieved by Eric Martinez, who represents the tying run for the Dogs. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Trappers 3, Dogs 2. First pitch misses low for ball 1. So after 2 quick outs, Brady Glenn has thrown 5 straight balls. Needs to try and find the strike zone here, but you need to be careful. One swing of the bat could end this game. 1-0 pitch, check swing, and taken for strike 1. Brady Glenn and the Trappers need 2 more strikes to close this thing out. Everything on the line. The 1-1 pitch. Now it is lofted into center field, and it will get down for a base hit. So the 2-out rally continues for the Sabre Dogs, and they now have 2 runners on base, including that tying run on second and the potential winning run on first. That will bring up Hunter Delanoy. He is 0 for 4. As I mentioned, came into this series with the Expedition League record in batting average and on-base percentage. Has not really shown that here in these 3 games. He is just 1 for 12. But he has a chance to tie this game or potentially then sub. Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. 1 more out will end it. 1 run scoring will tie it. 2 runs scoring will walk it off for the Dogs and end this Expedition League season. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. Parker Lewis is getting loose in the Trappers bullpen. Ben Newbert, that big right-handed power, is on deck. Will he get a chance? We will find out. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. The count now 1-1. Can Brady Glenn get 2 more strikes to end this game? Martinez on second, Pelayo on first. The 1-1 pitch. And there's a called strike 2. A fastball catches the upper edge of the zone. And now the Trappers have the Sabre Dogs down to their final strike. Trevor Seagraves shifted a little bit over to that hole on the right side of the infield. He's jumping up and down. Everybody on their feet. Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. 1 more strike is all that is needed. Glenn versus Delanoy. Get set. The 1-2 pitch fouled off, so we will do it again. Staying alive. The stakes have never been higher. This game hanging in the balance. It could swing either way. And we have a called time from the home plate umpire. And now we are ready to go. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. And it misses high for ball 2. Went with that high fastball once again. Good idea, but even better vision and discipline from Hunter Delanoy. So the count 2-2. Brady Glenn looks in. He needs 1 more strike. And the pitch. Popped up in foul ground. Hunter Brown on the move. And he makes the sliding catch. We will have game 4 here at Hyde Stadium. The Trappers take a game here in the Expedition League Championship Series. So we will see you tomorrow night. Final score, Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2. The first loss for the Sabre Dogs in 29 games. The first time the Trappers have beat them since 2020. They were 0 for their last 20 against the Sabre Dogs. That streak is no more. Final score, Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2, and we will have more baseball tomorrow night. We'll take a quick break and come back here for some post-game analysis, and we'll have an interview with Coach Jamie Haviger. As a reminder, final score, Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2, here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back into the ballpark. Hyde Stadium is the venue. The Trappers celebrating a Game 3 upset victory of the previously 31-1 Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. The Trappers were facing elimination. If they lost tonight, their season would be over. But on the brink of elimination, they battled. The offense was timely. The pitching was lights out. And the defense was even better. And so as a result, we will have Game 4 here tomorrow night. The Trappers 3, Sabre Dogs 2. 10 hits for the Trappers in this one. The main man was Cy, props to the catcher. In his first start as a Trapper, goes 3 for 5 with an RBI. And then, you know, you've got everyone else pretty much chipping in as well. All but 4 Trappers recorded a hit in this game, and there was a very massive substitution that we saw with the lineup as well. Caleb Hay gets the victory, 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 4 walks and a strikeout. Brady Glenn comes in and records the biggest save of his career, shutting down the Sabre Dogs to finish this one off. And then for Souris Valley, they scored 2 runs on 7 hits. Those 2 runs coming in the bottom of the 3rd and bottom of the 4th. Reed Butts gets a no decision in this one. He goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. He exited when it was a tie game. So the loss ultimately goes to relief pitcher Tyler Elliott, who pitched an inning, gave up that go-ahead run in the top of the 8th inning when the Trappers scored and took the lead. It was a base hit from the 3rd baseman, Hunter Brown. He subbed in late, had just 2 at-bats, and he drove in Jackson Mix, and that was enough to secure the victory here in Game 3. We'll take a quick break, and I will have Coach Jamie Habiger on here for the Trapper Wrap post-game interview. 3-2, the Trappers win it here in the Expedition League Championship Series, Game 3. They will have Game 4 tomorrow. We'll come back with our interview here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back into the Trapper Wrap post game. I have Coach Jamie Haviger, and I'll have Hunter Brown on following this one. Coach, we're going to have some Game 4 action tomorrow. How are you feeling after this amazing, speechless victory from your guys tonight?
That's about how I'm feeling, speechless, man. These guys battled. It's about time, you know, we got our karma and it worked out. These guys have been battling for 3 games and we got it tonight. Caleb Hay on the mound was unbelievable. Our defense was great. I don't know how many double plays we turned, but defense was great. It was a team effort. We had a different lineup in there and everybody stepped up and did their job tonight. And Brady Glenn closing it out. Cy Probst behind the dish, man. I mean,
had 3 hits.
Yeah, what a great pickup that was.
Just an all-around team victory. I've got Hunter standing next to me. Just walk me through how you were feeling in the moment when Hunter Brown came through there to give the team the lead in the top of the 8th.
Man, unbelievable. Hunter's been hitting the heck out of the ball right at him. I figured the way Hunter was hitting, that guy was going to come in and make a diving catch. But fortunately for us, he was back far enough, and Hunter finally got that hit we were looking for, and it was huge at that time.
And then you had no doubt that Brady was going to come in and close that one out.
Yeah, you know, Caleb reached his limit almost, and I didn't want to get to the top of his limit, but Brady's ready. Brady's been ready to go for a couple games, and come out and get those 2 quick outs, that was just that was unbelievable. That was a great game.
What did Caleb say as he exited the game in the 8th inning?
Oh, he was still in bulldog mode, but he kind of exhaled and was just unbelievably happy. He's walking off the mound with a 3-2 lead in the 8th against the Sabre dogs. So he's pretty belated, man. That was a great game for him.
If you could think of, I guess, one word to try and describe how you're feeling right now, what would that word be?
Man, I am feeling, you know what? I don't really have a word. I'm kind of breathless and speechless. You know what? I'm happy for the guys. We get another day. We get another game, another day. So the way we've been playing, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's game. You know, it's always the next day, and for us, there is another day tomorrow, so it's awesome.
We just talked about that growth, you know, before the game, the young team, you know, a far cry from getting run ruled 3 times in a row, facing these guys to start the season. Brady Glenn was the first one on the mound in that series, and he got absolutely lit up in 2 innings. And it's a completely different team, completely different mentality from this team.
It is. The growth we've had, the camaraderie we have, the chemistry we have on this team is unbelievable, like I've never had on another team. And we fought, again, and we fought for this win, and hopefully we're going to fight for another one tomorrow. You know, we're still here to play, so it's game on.
Sounds great, Coach. Let's try to force a Game 5 tomorrow.
Let's do it.
We'll talk to you pregame for that Game 4 we have tomorrow. And
appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow, and we'll
Thanks,
have
Ryan.
fun.
Go Trap. One more. Thanks, Trapper fans. Appreciate it coming out. Come out tomorrow night. Let's get loud.
All right, now let's switch it over to Hunter Brown here. Hunter, let's come on in here. There he is. Hunter Brown, you subbed in there late on in the game. And after going down on strikes in your first at-bat, you delivered in one of the biggest moments of the season, giving the team the lead in the top of the 8th. First, I guess, just walk me through that at-bat.
Well, it's a roller coaster of emotions. Last time I were up here, we talked about just not letting the confidence get down and just living in the moment. And I knew it was a big spot, that first at-bat I came in, but I wasn't going to let it affect my day, you know. I had faced the reliever last night, so I knew what he had, and I knew what he was going to come with. So I was able to stay on the curveball just long enough and get enough barrel to it. So
the ball is in the air, just slowly trickling down into shallow, like left center field. What are you thinking as that ball is in the air?
Fall. All I was asking for to fall. There hasn't been much this summer that has fell for me, but it's just surreal. Those are the moments that you practice in the cage and you dream of. You want to be there in those spots. So I'm just happy I could come through.
What was it like celebrating with the guys after you made that sliding catch for the final out?
Well, we talked about it pregame, man, and we knew we stood a chance. And you guys talked about the growth. I mean, going from being in Minot and just getting rolled, run ruled in almost every game, to coming in Game 1 and Game 2, being able to battle and keep it close. We knew that if we could just eliminate and stop the bleeding in one bad inning, which we were able to do early with the bases loaded and no outs and only give up 1 run, that we had a legitimate shot to win. So I think once that momentum got rolling, there was no stopping us.
Your defense was lights out tonight as well. You know, you had that one that kind of went through the legs on that second ground ball you got, but then from there you made every play, and including, as I mentioned, that diving catch in foul ground to end the game. What are you thinking as that one is popped up in foul ground?
That there was no way that I was going to let that ball hit the ground. I was going to be a diving body, and I had just told Brady that no matter what happened, that I loved him and that it wasn't going to change the way I felt about him and that I had his back. So I told him just to give me a shot, and then I had his back, and so I'm just happy I could pull through.
Before the game, when I was out there in the infield with you, we were joking around about how you're saying, you know, MVP is, oh, if I was wearing pants, I'm making that play. You were wearing pants there, and you laid out in foul ground and made a pretty nice catch.
I'm telling you, if I'm in pants, I'm there, and I truly believe it.
Sounds great, Hunter. Fantastic job tonight. Way to take one from the Dogs. It was the first time the Trappers had beat the Sabre Dogs in 21 games.
Everything feels better with a victory, so I'm happy we could pull through, and let's go get another one.
Thanks for joining me, and great job, and let's get another one tomorrow night.
Thank you, Ryan. We'll see you tomorrow.
That was Hunter Brown, who gave the Trappers the lead in the 8th inning, and they were able to hold on the rest of the way and deliver that 3-2 victory here in this Game 3. So we will have more Expedition League Championship baseball tomorrow. It will be at 5:30. Ryan Breeden here in the Hyde Stadium press box. I'll be with you guys for tomorrow's Game 4 as well. Same type of situation for the Trappers. They need to win tomorrow or their season is over. And if they can win, they will force that winner-take-all Game 5. But for now, Ryan Breeden signing off on this Saturday night. The Trappers take one here against the Sabre Dogs. 3-2 final score. Ryan Breeden signing off saying farewell until we meet again.